She likes to. She. Apple finisher.
What's going on, everybody? This is Jeff filling in for Chris as the host today. We got Cy in the house, and we got the other Glick. We have Nick in the house. Check us out on Spotify. Check us out on all social media networks. We are live on Facebook. We are live on Twitter. Live on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook right now. And you can check out all episodes on Spotify. And also check out Rock Lee. He does our intro. He's awesome. Welcome to the show. Cy, welcome to the show. Let me unmute you.
You'll find out where I am.
How's it going? Yeah, I'm good.
Chris is busy. He's out of town, so I've unfortunately taken over the host of this. Random Rick, what's up, sir? So,
I know it.
Ooh.
How are you?
I got something for you guys.
Oh.
For our normal rant is not normal. Since you guys aren't normally on the show, we're going to do a little bit different. And I got a little fun facts for you guys today. But we're going to get to that a little bit later because I actually just watched the movie Weird, the Weird Al Yankovic story.
Weird.
You've seen it yet? Yeah, it literally just came out a couple of days ago.
Okay.
Actually, yesterday. And the night before. And I watched it, and it was actually pretty decent. It's
okay.
The description, it says that it's unexaggerated, but it's Weird Al, so it's the most exaggerated movie you've ever seen. I laughed so hard.
And it's got Daniel Radcliffe in it as well.
Yeah, Dan Radcliffe stars. I actually have. Let's see here. I have.
That's crazy.
Cast list.
That in itself, I mean, Harry Potter is Weird Al Yankovic.
But he does it so well.
Mm-hmm.
And the woman, I can't remember her name. Rachel Evan Wood plays Madonna.
Okay.
Rainn Wilson plays Dr. Demento.
Okay.
Evan Rachel Wood does so good that you believe that she could be Madonna. She's that good at it.
It's so fucking loud.
But it's like Jack Black. Jack Black plays Wolfman Jack. It's not what's it called? It's not your typical wow, this is an amazing movie. I know, right? Power play because Chris couldn't be here, Rick. It's supposed to be a biography movie.
Okay.
At one point, spoiler, he kills Pablo Escobar. So it's very UHF-esque movie. It's so funny. I thoroughly enjoyed it. And then I finished watching the show Blockbuster.
It's against the rules, Daddy.
Blockbuster movie, about the Blockbuster store. Rick, UHF is an amazing movie. It's great. I love that movie. This is like it's that same kind of genre where it's like ridiculous but funny. That's the beauty of that weird movie. It's on Roku.
Mm-hmm. On Roku?
So it's on Roku, so it's free.
Okay.
So, like, you got to get the Roku app or whatever, blah, blah, blah. But, like, you got Roku TV.
Turn them out.
Well, I mean, thing is, I've got like 7 different streaming services on my tablet, so this is what I typically use. I don't have internet. Well, I have internet at the house, obviously, otherwise I wouldn't be online. This is my work setup, but my personal computer instead of my work computer. But we have... The televisions have Chromecast because they're not smart TVs. And then I just bought a new smart TV downstairs. But most of the streaming apps are in here on my tablet. And on there, I've got Hulu, Netflix. Let me just pull it up and then I can read them versus just trying to tell you because I can't remember half of them.
I have every one I can get.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And there's so many more that I'm missing. So like Disney Plus, Hulu, Net, and then I'm OCD, so I had to put it in alphabetical order. So Disney Plus, right? Disney Plus, Hulu, Netflix, Pluto TV, Prime Video, Tubi, and Vudu.
What you talking about?
Which is VUDU. But you know, not all of them are good. But right next to that, I have Google TV. So that's what I usually look at first to see what's on all of them. Because I'm not going to sit there and like, ooh, what's on this one or what's on that one? What's on this one? So I just go straight to Google TV. And then with that, I'm able to figure out what I want to watch. But I mean, nowadays, honestly, there's so many streaming services out there and so much content out there. Honestly,
it's not like when we were kids.
No, I mean, remember,
Chris, Nick, you grew up with Chris, you know. We're from the boonies. We're Si's a city kid. So, when it comes down to it, we had 3 fucking channels.
Basically.
Period. And if there was a bad weather, or the president was on, your fucking night was
or an important game.
Yeah, your night was shot. And so nowadays, you know, like I just got a couple months ago, I just got HBO. The HBO on demand or whatever.
Yeah, HBO Max.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's really good.
And in the past month, I've just been binging everything on there. I did watch the Elvis movie with Tom Hanks. It's actually really good. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
It's got Tom Hanks in it?
Yeah, Tom plays his manager.
Okay, because I mean, well, and I told you about this already, Jeff. So I was out of town, and ironically, on my flight, they had that as a video option, but it was an option. I had a choice between sleep or watch a movie or try to rest. And especially those early morning flights, bro. Like, there's no like you just want to get as much rest as possible, even if you can't freaking sleep. Just try and close your eyes and just chill.
I
But
cannot sleep on an airplane.
it's hard. I mean,
It's not
if
easy.
you're tired though, taking those red eyes, I mean, it's and I'm older now, though, so like I can't roll like I used to in my 20s and stuff.
No, but I mean,
You
it's
know.
like Chris was talking about on an earlier episode. He's never been on an airplane, and his first flight.
Really?
I want whoever goes with him to video record the whole thing because I just want to see him scream like a little girl.
Yeah. Oh yeah, especially the takeoff and
Nick
landing.
Nick is Chris's brother,
Oh, okay.
so
Huh?
he.
Did you hear her say that? Yeah, I
When
said
it
not
comes down
funny.
to it,
It's not funny.
We've had jokes about
Tell Daddy not
Chris's
funny.
first flight.
Put
You
it
know
on
that
the
first,
table.
you ever seen
That's
the
not
movie
really
Crocodile
funny at all.
Dundee?
You're on that table.
Seen the movie Crocodile?
Have I or Nick?
Either one of you.
Oh, I have. Yeah.
Okay. In the
It's on in the
part
theater,
where,
actually.
where the first time he takes off in the airplane, he's like,
What's
"Jesus
that?
Christ." I
Mhm.
expect Chris to be screaming his head off as the plane takes off.
Oh yeah, yeah. Especially when it's getting to speed. Oh yeah. Yeah,
0
that's
to
always still fun.
20 in 30 seconds. That's awesome.
Yeah. Well, and then there was one time I was actually sharing because you have there's these apps where you can share your location. You're supposed to
Right.
turn off your phone to airplane mode or your device to airplane mode whenever they shut the door, right?
Right.
But most people don't do it. Some people just leave it on the whole damn time. I like to respect it, and I'm like, okay, I'll put it on airplane mode. But this one time, taking off from LAX, I had the app on, and it was showing like the speed, like how fast because it actually shows how fast you're moving. So it was like, you see yourself like walking speed is like 2 miles per hour, 3 miles per hour. If you're running, it's like 12. If you're driving, it shows you what your actual car speed is or what the vehicle's in motion at. But this thing was like 0, 12, 25, 30, 50, 70, 90, 110, 130, 150. And I'm like, oh snap. Oh, look at that.
App that I use. It's called Life 360. So like I could track my wife where she's at.
Okay.
She calls me a stalker because I'm always on like, where you at? What are you doing there? Slow down.
Mm-hmm.
You're driving.
Oh yeah.
fast.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I can relate with that. I know we had an app for our car. It was an older car, and with that, I was able to track where the vehicle was.
Right.
And I feel kind of horrible because like I told her about. I'm like, hey, look, I got this app just in case, and look, you can log into it. But for some reason, like at my house, I'm like the one with. I know all the technology, but I'm like the only one that uses it. So like the front doorbell, tracking the car, Dad, I'm missing my tablet. Dad, I'm missing my phone. Can you track? Like that's what they come to me for. But they weren't using it. So it's just, I felt like a stalker. I'm like, the kids were like, hey, where's mom at? Is she coming home soon? And I'm like, you know what?
She's 3 miles away.
Let's find out. And then I'm looking on my phone, and then next thing you know, there she is. Okay, it looks like she's about 10 minutes out. Let's go ahead and set the table, and so good
Clean
stuff.
up quick.
Clean up quick.
Start cleaning.
We got a code red. We got a code red.
No, but I mean, like every time my wife gets into a cab,
Mm-hmm.
she sends me her location. It's very similar concept because Saya, it's not necessarily the safest thing for a woman to be in a cab by herself here
On her
at
own,
night. Yeah,
especially at night.
Now,
No doubt.
the one person I don't want to run into in a dark alley when she's upset is my wife. So I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I pity the fool kind of thing.
Right.
But
Right.
at the end of the day, there's anything can go wrong. So,
Mm-hmm.
and it's that same concept. It's like, okay, send me your location so I can keep an eye in case anything goes wrong, and let me get there.
Mm-hmm.
But like when she was in Paris, she was doing that all the time. She's like, hey, I'm going I'm going from the train station here in Amsterdam to my hostel. It's like a 10-minute ride. Send me your location. You know, 'cause at the very least, I can screenshot that shit and send it to the cops in Amsterdam if I have to. You know,
Yeah, and you need to, honestly, because I mean,
Yeah.
I told you I work
We all
in
saw
travel
Taken.
insurance industry. Yes.
We saw
Taken. How many movies are out there where somebody's getting jacked from abroad and then
Mhm.
you know so and so's flying in to come and get them and rescue them?
Well,
But
as Ryan
you know,
Reynolds said, you got to ask at that point: is it just that bad luck, or is it bad parenting at that point?
right, right. Well, Netflix, they used to actually have a show, and because I work in travel insurance, by the way,
Right.
not my day job, you know that, but I'm
Yeah.
just saying it for everybody.
Yeah, for the fans, for the
Right.
viewers.
So I get these calls all the time because I help people and teach them how to sell it or whatever. But I get these calls all the time about, you know, hey, this went wrong, that went wrong. I hear all these horror stories. And they actually used to have this show on Netflix. It was like an each episode type show.
Mhm.
And it was freaking like diabolical. Like the worst possible thing that could happen to somebody would happen in this show. Like
Oh.
they're they're out in Paris, for example. They just left the theater. They're on their way to a cafe, and then all of
And
a
now
sudden
they're
here comes a gunman, you know, abducting them, pushing them into a car, driving them off. I mean, horribly scary stuff.
Yeah, that I could not watch shit like that as much as my wife travels.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Well,
exactly.
No, but like back to the whole Elvis movie. The Elvis movie is
Yeah.
it's actually really good.
Yeah.
It's like the character Tom Hanks plays, and it's told by it's kind of it starts out anyways with Tom Hanks narrating. And
Okay.
he plays he's basically the
Okay.
man who discovered Elvis.
Okay.
Got him out in front of the masses. He was
Yeah.
like Elvis paid 50% to this cat.
Oh
yeah.
wow.
Yeah, and like you're like, oh, this guy's a real dick. Like I every time I watch a movie, I have a punchable face where I'm like, I'd
Mhm.
like to punch that guy in the face. I wanted to beat the shit out of Tom Hanks halfway
Oh
through the
yeah.
movie. I was like, I would beat the brakes off that dude.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
Oh, hold on, I think Connor's going to come up tonight too. But
Oh okay.
But hold on, I'm going to go back to. I can't type and talk at the same time.
Oh, that's fine.
But you know, it's actually a really good movie. I really enjoyed it. I think the wife's gonna. Okay, he's gonna be here in like 10 minutes, or less.
Mm-hmm.
Nick said he'll be right back. But yeah,
Oh, yeah.
it's a really good movie. But it's like it's one of those movies where you got to be ready for it. You can't if you look away for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna miss something. You're
Okay.
like, wait, what just happened, kind of thing, because it spans through his movie career, and the movies are barely touched. But I really enjoyed it. But I like I said, I watched the Weird movie, and you know, I'm a huge Weird Al Yankovic fan. I used to have all the albums and all this stupid shit. But
Oh yeah.
it's so funny, and Dan Ratcliffe kills it.
He's actually a pretty good actor. I mean, I've seen him in some other stuff.
He did a show with Steve
Okay,
Buscemi
but I started
called
with
Miracle Workers.
But I'm
Okay.
Seen that?
Miracle
It's-
Workers? No.
Yeah, it's each season is a different genre, I guess. It's like it's the same actors in each season, but like it. The first season, Steve Buscemi plays God. That's pretty much given up and is an alcoholic.
Yeah, I'm seeing it.
Yeah, and then one season there it's the Old West, and Dan Ratcliffe plays a preacher.
Okay.
One is like is it like the 1800s London or you know, Salem witch area? And it's so weird, but he kills it. And you know, unfortunately, everybody sees him and they're like, "Oh, it's Harry Potter." Like, the dude has got range.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of blows my mind.
Oh yeah, no, he's pretty good. He was in another movie that I saw recently.
You know what? A really good movie that didn't get a lot of play for him was Horns.
Horns. I didn't see that one.
Horns is good.
This one was called Prisoners.
Oh yes, I just watched that.
And
no.
Oh wait, but that doesn't have.
No. He did a. No, there's a movie where it's an escape from. It takes place in South Africa.
Yeah.
And I actually saw I can't remember what it's called. I'd have to actually look it up.
I got it.
You got a computer there? Look it up.
Yeah, it's
Escape from. I can't remember.
It's Escape from something prison.
Yeah.
Hang on.
And it's
Oregon
him and his buddies are activists for the black community in South Africa.
Yes.
And
during apartheid.
And they go to jail and they escape by making wooden keys. Like Dan Radcliffe's characters, like
Escape from Pretoria.
Yeah, it's really good.
2020.
It's on. I think it's on HBO right now. But, like I saw clips of it on TikTok, and I was like, "Ooh,
get away from the trash."
And it was really good. I enjoyed that. But before we get
need the trash loose,
scrolling into movies too far, I got something for you guys.
Okay.
We usually here on the show we usually do like a top 10. So
okay.
I'm going to do a quick top 10.
All right.
This is actually more 52 of them, but I'm going to start all the way down at 52. I'm not going to do 10. I might do 12 tonight. But, for instance, number 50. This is 50 facts. Japan has over 200 flavors of Kit Kats. They're exclusively created for different regions, cities, and seasons. There are some tasty sounding ones like banana, blueberry, cheesecake, and Oreo ice cream, as well as some very questionable ones like baked potato, melon, cheese, wasabi, and vegetable juice.
The hell?
That's weird. That's kind of like the Harry Potter thing, like the Bernie Bott's ever flavored beans, but Kit Kats.
So is it true or false?
No. These are all real facts. They're just
this is actually happening. These are real. So they actually have.
There's over 200 flavors of Kit Kat.
Jesus.
I mean,
I've had some candy from Asia. Right. And Kit Kats in particular, and they did have a green tea ice cream one. And so
there you go.
I was like, that was impressive to me. But personally,
I can't even think of 200 flavors. Sorry.
I mean, but why would I want to have a candy bar that tastes like a baked potato?
Yeah, wouldn't you just make a baked potato?
Just make a baked potato or get some chips. If you don't know how to cook, or
yeah, exactly. There's Pringles right next to that motherfucker. Just eat them.
Right. If I want some potato tasting stuff, I'm gonna get it some chips or baked potato or something.
Number 51. Vatican City is the smallest country in the world. It is 120 times smaller than the island of Manhattan. That's just interesting.
Okay.
I always thought Vatican City was just a city, but I guess it's its own country.
Yeah, it's its own like territory. It's kind of like in the United States, you've got Washington, D.C. Now, D.C. isn't technically a state, but it's its own area, and they even have their own license plates.
Here's one. How many times do you say "I'll be there in a jiffy" or something like that?
Yeah, or in my household, we yell out stuff in Spanish.
A jiffy is an actual unit of time. It is 1/100th of a second.
Okay.
So Jiffy Lube is actually a lie.
Yeah, bait and switch.
Yeah, that's a bait and switch. Okay, number 48. An ostrich eye is bigger than its brain. This could be why the bird often runs in circles when trying to escape predators despite their fast running ability.
Hmm.
So its eye is bigger than its brain.
That's crazy.
I did not know that.
That's
Oh
wild.
shit. I this one upsets me already just with the first two words.
Okay.
Number 47.
All
Kim
right.
Kardashian.
Okay.
Now I'm upset.
All right.
Has a glam clause in her will. It states that if she's ever in the position where she can get ready herself, can't communicate, or she's unconscious, someone has to make sure her hair, nails, and makeup are all perfect.
I mean, like her or not, she's always in the public eye, but making sure that she looks up to snuff at every single instance
I
isn't.
get it, but it's like,
I mean,
if
I
you're
get it
90
from a marketing standpoint from her point of view, but
if
at
you're
the same
90,
time,
bitch,
I'm like,
nobody care.
yeah. I mean, you got snot bubbles coming out your nose, and they don't want to see all that. They don't want snot bubbles. They don't want blood. They don't want like the body fluids
get
of
it.
whatever.
Well, yeah, I get it. So basically that clause states if she's in a car accident, she's like comatose
Mm-hmm.
before the cameras show up. I mean, I want to see the fucked up part because
Well, most people do, and actually the paparazzi will pay good money for that stuff.
right.
Only reason I know this because I'm from LA, okay,
Yeah,
Long Beach actually, but you know that. But I mean, I'm just saying for the crowd, I get it because everybody and their grandmother's trying to be a damn celebrity out there,
right.
if they're not already one. So
number 46,
yeah, I get it. Mm-hmm.
Number 46, all the clocks in Pulp Fiction, the movie, are set to 4:20. Looks like they're going to have a rewatch of the film. You're going to have to go to rewatch the film to find out. But that's apparently true.
I can see that.
This is interesting. Number 45. Humans are the only animals that blush.
I can see that.
They're also the only animals that experience embarrassment as well. This is because it's a complex emotion that involves understanding other people's opinions.
But I mean, like Nick, you have a dog. When your dog does something bad, you yell at your dog, right? Your dog, when you're yelling at him, your dog's like, "Oh shit, Nick's mad," right? Like, and he does this whole put his head down.
That's more of a fear thing. It's not really an embarrassment thing. Like if I yell at my dogs are going to go run and hide. They're not embarrassed. You look at them 2 seconds later and go, "Come here, buddy," and they're like, "Oh fuck it, I don't care what has happened." They don't have
right.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, here's a good one.
I got cats, and like my one cat bites everybody in the house but me because she knows I'm the one. I pay the bills. She better not bite me. Otherwise, I'm pissed. Well, she's on my lap, right? And maybe I was petting her too hard or whatever. Maybe I was a little aggressive with her. But then she does this thing called we call it skippity pat, and it's from one of those YouTube videos that we saw where this person was like voicing over an animal inside of one of those cat towers, and he was like,
"Okay, kind of like Look Who's Talking style."
Yeah, kind of like Luke Who's Talking, or if you've ever seen those cram videos, where the guy's the ram, and he's like, "Oh, you want to step over here? Okay, this is how we're gonna do cram." That's that dude. Well, he did the same. It's the same dude. You could tell because of his voice. He has a very distinct voice, but it was funny him doing the cat voice. He was like, "Oh, you want to step over here, Bartholomew? Come on, skippy pat, skippy pat, skippy pat, skippy pat, skippy pat." So yeah, look that one up. I mean, that's like funny as hell. So anyways, we call it Skippity Pat because she is notorious about Skippity Pat. Well, she Skippity Pat me, but then she bit the shit out of my hand. I was like, bitch, I flung the blanket up. She flew. Honestly, bro, I swear to God, she's always around me. She's always like near me. She didn't come near me for like the rest of the day. Like but
that was once again fear. They're like, this dude's gonna kill me.
No, she was mad because I was like Sophie. Like I went to go talk. Her name's Sophie. I didn't name her, by the way.
Because you're gonna kill it.
I mean, I didn't name her, by the way.
Fuck you, motherfucker! I ain't hanging
Yeah.
out. You threw me up against the wall.
Right. Well, and I was like, hey, Sophie, come here. Like, that's her name, Sophie. And I was like, Sophie, come here, babe. She's like,
fuck you, boy. I'm done.
and walked off. And I was like, oh, this bitch is heated. She's mad at me. So, yeah.
Here's another one. Number 44. The
Okay.
moon has moonquakes, like earthquakes, but of the moon.
I can believe that.
Tidal stress connected to the distance between the moon and the earth.
Okay. I can believe that.
I would have not guessed that.
Well, and also, like, if you look at what the moon does for the earth, like the tides and everything, there was a movie out not that long ago. Halle Berry was in it, and then that one kid from, or that one guy from the Conjuring series, I forgot his name, and then that one dude who was in Game of Thrones, and they were on this movie called Moonfall.
Oh,
and
okay. I saw the preview for that.
You could tell it's like the acting was like just kind of thrown together, and maybe like it should have been like a 3-hour movie, because you could tell when they did the edits and stuff, they just like made the whole story like fast forward. So a lot of stuff happens in a compressed amount of time. Like it goes from, okay, it's normal to, oh, if that's fucked up, to you know, the world's about to end shit. So anyway, watch that movie. But yeah, it was kind of interesting. My point is the orbit was like messing up the planet, and like you saw like massive tidal waves, and it's good. Like the special effects are pretty good too. It's a lot like Geostorm, and maybe what I'm thinking is they had two concepts for Geostorm, and the first concept made it in, which became Geostorm. This was the second concept for Geostorm, and it didn't make the cut. So they were like,
yeah, I love Geostorm. Geostorm was pretty good.
Oh yeah, no, that's a great movie, but this was like the bootleg version of Geostorm. Like honestly,
yeah, like I'm sitting here actually watching the video, the trail of it. It looks kind of like, yeah, I agree.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it looks like it's a good movie, but
okay.
The world's longest walking distance is 14,000 miles. You can walk from
Uganda?
Russia. No,
yeah, Uganda.
No, it's an M. Magadan in Russia.
Magadan?
Yeah, Magadan.
It's Russia. Who cares about Russia?
Cape Town in South Africa.
It
requires no flying, no sailing, just bridges and open roads. So 14,000 miles. I could do it.
Yeah.
I'd be curious to see how long it would take.
Right.
I get.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Every time I get really mad about something, I'll literally go for a walk for like 4 hours and get about halfway to where I decided to go and turn around and come home. So it's a 4-hour trip.
Mm-hmm. Sounds like
42,
Oh, good.
Ketchup was once sold as medicine.
Yeah, I've heard about that.
Condiment was prescribed and sold for people suffering with indigestion back in 1834.
I was about to say, it must have taken place back when the old cure-all man was rolling around on the stagecoach selling people and giving people heroin and opium and this is a cure-all. It does this for colds and this will make you feel better. It's an energy supplement.
Yes.
Yeah. So pound some tomatoes.
Apparently, ketchup was not just tomatoes back in the day either. It had a whole bunch of other shit in it.
I'm sure it did. I mean, hell, look at Coca-Cola. You know,
oh God,
why do you think it's called Coca-Cola?
Amen to that.
Because they had Coke in it.
Exactly.
So, I don't know how to pronounce this, so bear with me. Chupa's logo, or Chupa Chupas.
Chupa Chupas?
CHUPA is the first word. CHUPS logo.
Chupa Chupas?
I guess.
Something like that.
Was designed by Salvador Dali, surviving artist, designed the logo in 1969. I don't know what that
Chupa
is. So
Chups.
Chupa Chups, yeah. I don't know
Yeah,
what
it's
that is.
it's like, yeah, I pulled it up. It's like yellow. I wish I could send this picture. How am I gonna?
You
Oh
can
yeah.
share your screen down there. The box says present.
Yeah,
Oh.
present.
Yeah, you can share
Present.
Yeah, present.
Oh.
Present.
But that's interesting. And then I got one more for tonight.
All right. Yeah, here it is. That's the Chupa Chups logo.
Okay, hold on, let me bring it up.
Never seen it, but that's the Chupa Chups logo.
Okay. Oh, okay. They're suckers.
Okay.
Those are suckers.
Oh,
Yeah,
are they
they
suckers?
Yeah,
Okay.
they're like dum
Yeah, they're suckers.
They sell them here. They're basically dum dums.
Oh, okay. You know what?
They're just like
Yeah, I'm seeing some other
they have
images
them
now.
here, and they have
Mhm.
they have a plastic straw. The plastic, the handle of it is plastic
Mhm.
and hollow.
Hmm.
I buy them all the time.
Okay.
So that logo was designed in 1969.
I can see that.
I
I'd even say older than that because it looks kind of dated, more dated than that. I think.
Mm-hmm.
Could be wrong.
This is 100% indicative of this show. Number 40.
Okay.
The actual word for someone giving an opinion on something they know nothing about. Oh my God. Jesus.
Here
Hold on. Sorry, I'm going to have to send this to you.
Okay.
Read out number 40. I'm going to send it to you. Because
Okay.
I can't pronounce this word.
Okay.
I can barely
Miracle.
spell. So.
Where's that at?
Here we go. There he is. Connor in the house. Number 40 there, Si. Should show it. Oh, you kidding me? Yeah, number 40. What's that say?
Did you send it to me in chat?
I sent it to you in WhatsApp.
Oh, because I don't have my WhatsApp connected to my computer. I only have that on my phone. Send it to me in Messenger.
Okay, read out number 40. That's the last one of the night. Just sent.
Okay.
I can't. That's a big word. I can't spell my own name half the time, so reading that word is tough.
Okay. There's actually a word for someone giving an opinion on something they know nothing about. And
They call it Connor.
ultra an ultra repidarian.
Right? I mean,
Ultra no wait, there's a C in there. Ultra crepidarian.
yes.
Wow. So an ultra crepidarian is someone who voices thoughts beyond their expertise. I know a bunch of people like that.
Well, it prays that it never shows up on the show. I mean, at the end of the day, that's like the name of our game here.
Right.
We basically don't know shit. We make it sound like we do.
Right.
But that's the first of the top 10 that I have, and like each Saturday I'm gonna, or I might do it on Wednesdays as well. I'll do the next 10 and so on and so forth because there's some decent ones on here.
Okay.
And then I have something a little bit later. But we might well, since we got a few minutes before the first break. There's a little game we've been playing here a little while. It's called Would You Rather.
Okay.
So, number 1, would you rather go back in the past and meet your parents, or go in the future and meet your great-great-grandchildren? We'll go around the room here.
Meet who in the past?
Your your ancestors. So you're like your great 3 times great-grandmother, or go in the future and meet your great-great-great-grandparents or grandkids. I mean, that's
honestly.
I'd go future.
I mean, honestly, I think it would be easier to go for me, I think it would be easier to go into the past just because I like history.
Right.
So I'd be able to understand like where I was and, like my ancestry, being how I look and everything, my ancestry, I know where it comes from. A lot of that part is where it comes from. So I'd know how to be able to move around the countryside and just keep a low profile and be hidden in bushes and stuff, especially if it was in the South. But in the future, there's probably so many concepts that I just wouldn't be able to wrap my head around. So that's why I would choose the past.
Well, okay, Connor, what about you? Future or past?
See, I think I'd want to go back in time. I think I would want to go back and meet the people that I came from.
Okay.
And see where all of what like the current traditions and everything, whether or not it actually came from that, or whether we strayed completely, or whether or not we were just a whole bunch of racist bigots. I'm actually kind of curious.
Well, I was going to say it's your family, so I'm assuming.
I mean,
I'm just.
I mean, we're all Irish and from the north, so I don't know.
Right. Yeah, it's the same thing. Nick, what about you? Future or past? Family.
I don't know. Like, with me being into the paranormal, I would probably say the past, just so that I get a grasp of the history.
Right.
Like, why are these ghosts still present, and stuff. So, yeah, I would definitely do the past.
So you know how to contact them in their future.
So to speak. Be like, yo, what's up? Why are you stuck in
Why
my
did you paint the bedroom
future?
that color?
Right.
Well, see, I instantly went to the greedy bastard of myself, and I would go to my future and be like, who should I invest in? But if I went to my past, I'd be like, hey, invest in Google or some shit like that. So either way, I'm going to make money.
That's another pro about going to the past.
See, I think
That's
you're
another.
the only one you're the only one. Everyone thought about this like really, like
And I'm like, I'm going to make some money off
like
this shit.
I'm about to make some serious cash, some generational
I'm
wealth.
going to make some money.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, if I went back to the past, I'd be like, hey, invest in Google, motherfucker. Do it now. Every dime you fucking have,
As soon as it comes out, or Amazon, or one of those.
Exactly.
Or there's this new thing out called Bitcoin. It's going to be a new kind of money.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
Get rid of it before 2022.
Right. Keep it here. Drop it here.
Exactly. This is when it peaked. This is when you're going to sell. Okay, number 2. Would you rather have more time or more money? Same concept. Go around the room.
Me, it's time. Because time is money.
That's what I was thinking. Connor, yourself?
But how much time and how much money? Am I gaining like 20 years or gaining 20 million?
It doesn't say, but let's say you're guaranteed to live to your 90 or you get 100 million tomorrow.
No.
Dealer's choice.
I mean, I know I'm not making it to 90 now, so that's me just about doubling it. So I think I'll take time. Yeah, right now I'm staring it down.
I gotta say, I gotta go with money because I don't ever want to reach 90. Nick, what about you? Time or money?
I would
You're not.
I would probably save money.
No, come here.
Yeah, see, Nick and I are on the same page on this. I gotta go with money because at the end of the day, no matter how much time I got, I'm gonna have some fun. Because if you pick time, you could be broke for the rest of your life.
It didn't work.
Yeah.
So
I figure if I got 90 years, I'll figure out a way to make some sort of money.
no,
But, I mean, you guys are going to make $100 million. You're going to blow maybe $1 million tomorrow and be dead by dinner.
exactly. So, but at least I had fun doing it. Sai's gonna jump off real quick. He's gonna get some quick food in him.
I say give me kids.
I got a couple more for you. Figure out where I put them.
You smell like.
Well, see, like if you're smart enough, if you have money but no time,
Spider-Man.
like me, I've got a family. I can just send it to
You can set them up. You can set them.
my
up
daughter's going to be set for life. I mean,
Exactly.
like, She's 2
anyone
years
win
old.
that?
She's gonna be set for life.
Did anybody win that Powerball?
See, but I feel like I have the
don't know.
power
I
to
don't
be
think
like,
anybody did.
hey, boys, this is what your dad did. Don't do any of this if you want to make
Exactly. Don't join the military.
Right.
money. But listen, I've got 90 years. I can watch you grow rich. You can take care of me while I watch my grandkids and great grandkids.
This
That'd be I think I'd take that over being guaranteed rich, because I can find my own way.
right.
Because I got the time instead of the money doesn't mean that I can't make the money on my own. You guys just got to
Understood.
agree.
Understood. Okay. Number 4. Would you rather be able to talk to animals or speak all foreign languages?
Oh yeah.
Animals every time.
Right?
Yes.
I gotta say animals. Like,
Definitely.
hey, because I would keep my family in deer meat for years.
Exactly. I mean, come on. I've got 6 dogs. I want to be able to know what they're talking
top of
and
that-
what they're saying.
You know what they're plotting? Because my dogs are
Especially the cats. The cats are always plotting something.
I just want to walk by some owner walking their dog and be like, hey, dude, I'll give you a treat if you bite him on the handle right now.
Yeah.
Right.
Just maul your
Or
owner, and I promise I will be better than he
really
ever
find
was.
out what the animals are thinking in the zoo. You know?
Right.
Like they're sitting there going, this is bullshit.
Gorilla's sitting there. As soon as I get out of this fucking place, I'm gonna beat the piss out of everyone.
Yeah, and literally then you turn to the zookeeper and be like, yeah, you guys want a tip? Don't ever let that motherfucker out. Baby.
No.
That one's kind of the same as number 3. That was political. I can't do that one. Although I pretty much know the answer. Would you rather meet George Washington or the current president?
What was that question?
Despite how entertaining it would be to meet Joe Biden, I would rather meet George Washington.
Amen to that. Would you rather be Batman or Spider-Man?
Spider-Man.
Fuck Batman. I'd rather be Spider-Man.
But Batman, you're a billionaire.
Yeah, but
And you can quit at any time. You don't have to worry about superpowers. You get all the cool
but
tools.
that's true.
Oh,
It's true, but
I'm going with
it's
Batman.
I gotta be Batman.
I'm going with Batman.
Spider-Man's kind of a pussy.
Think about it. And Spider-Man's still dealing with teenager issues.
Yeah.
He's still
Yeah.
having to go through
Who
that
the
crap.
fuck wants to go through puberty again?
Well, exactly. Wait a minute.
Hey, I
Tell me
can
this was
officially
bigger.
sit there and say I
look
went
like
through
shit
puberty
in spandex,
twice.
I'm just saying. I do not look good in spandex, boy. Let me tell you.
I think
Okay,
we
y'all
could
got a
already
point
figure
there.
that.
Y'all got a point there. I would.
Let's
Be
remember,
Batman,
there's
too.
spandex involved. I can rock black leather. Okay, this is interesting because my birthday's coming up. So for your birthday, would you rather receive cash or gifts?
Count 1.
And they can
Cash.
like, I would say let's up the ante on it. Let's say the gift you want or cash.
Now that would be it. I would want to receive the gifts that I want.
I would have to go with. I'd still have to go with cash. Like the cash equivalent. Because then I get the gift I want in the color I want. So to speak.
So you get the amount of cash that you want,
Right.
or whatever gift
There
you
you
want.
go.
Yeah, I'm just saying, my birthday's coming up. Somebody reach out to Elon Musk, tell him I want cash.
You know, that's a hard one. Because the gift's gonna mean more, blah blah blah. But money's freaking money, dude. I gotta go with money.
Money.
Yeah. Yeah,
Ooh,
money,
this one's
definitely.
interesting. Would you rather stop war or end world hunger?
World hunger war is fun.
Yeah.
I gotta say, I still get to play with guns, right? Oh, interesting. This is the last one. Would you rather spend the night in a luxury hotel room or camping surrounded by beautiful scenery?
Or
Yeah.
camping by what?
Beautiful scenery.
Yucky.
Camping.
yeah.
Yeah,
love
definitely camping. Yeah,
No, I kind of like.
I'm all about camping. It's cheaper.
Well, no, but
It's cheaper.
nobody said anything about cost.
I
This is
can
cost
hear it.
free.
It doesn't matter if it's cost or not.
So you're saying I put you up in the Ritz, Nick? You're gonna be like, fuck, you want to go out in the middle of the woods, shit in a bucket?
Yeah.
Just saying, room service.
Yeah.
Flaming Young's awesome.
I would go out to Alaska and I would go on like a month-long camping trip. Just go. Oh yeah.
Alaska?
Oh yeah. Alaska in the summertime.
Okay, yeah. Wait, in the summertime when it's always sunny?
Well, it depends on how far north you go, but yeah.
I mean, I kind of do want to play golf at like 3 o'clock in the morning where it's like noon out. I want to experience that.
You do that now, Jeff.
I know.
That's called being an alcoholic and a well.
No,
you
but
drink on the course.
no. With the daylight, because like you could go play golf at 2 o'clock in the morning, but
Yeah.
it's like it's noon outside.
All I'm saying is it hasn't made a difference to you in the past. Why is it changing now?
This is a good point. It's a very good point.
Yeah, I would want to go to Alaska on like a couple weeks, just go camping with all this shit that I need, put it on my pack, and just be out there. As long as I had a rifle with me.
Well,
It's all
yeah,
all fun and games till you run into a grizzly bear or a moose.
Yeah, well, fuck all that.
And then I would rather have the Ritz.
Yeah. The Ritz. No, but it's like I would have to say I would probably agree with you guys saying camping for the simple fact it's sorry, I'm getting ready for break, but the beauty of camping is and not even about the cost, it's becoming one with nature, getting to see stuff that most people never get to see. One of the most beautiful things in you wake up 4 o'clock in the morning, you watch that sunrise, all that stuff. It's amazing. It's there's no comparison.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite parts about like being out here in Fort Bliss. Like I'm not a huge fan of El Paso, but I mean I've been atop mountains out here that are just absolutely gorgeous with scenery nothing like I've seen before.
Right.
And like I love it. I mean, it wasn't so fun when we were trying to get down a mountain at 9 o'clock at night and it was dark out.
Well, no,
but
that's not fun.
But it's gorgeous. I mean, pictures don't do it justice, but like, it's perfect. I would rather be out in that than in a hotel every day.
On that same lines, if you had the opportunity and money not an option, would you ever climb Everest?
Yes.
I don't know. People die on that motherfucker.
Okay. Actually, let me rephrase. Am I in my current physical condition?
No, let's say I call you up and like, Connor, let's go climb fucking Everest. Nick, let's go. Come on. We're gonna go climb Everest tomorrow.
No. See, I need a while to prepare that.
Well, let's say okay. Next year this time we're gonna go climb Everest.
Yeah, I'd do it. I'd do it.
I don't know.
I would do it. Absolutely. I would just pray to God that I didn't die.
Well, that's the thing. It's like people die on that motherfucker.
I mean, I've been up mountains that people died on. Still cool.
Well, what's even worse is if you do die on top of Everest, they just leave your ass there.
Well, at least, you got a cool story about how you died.
As you're sitting there at the gates, you're just like, well, that was worth it.
You're talking to St. Peter. St. Peter's trying to melt you.
He's trying to melt me out because I look like Encino Man.
I need your phone for like check underneath the bed.
All right.
You look like Scrat from Ice Age.
Yeah. Or what's his name from Encino Man? What's his fucking name? Oh my God. The dude that was in The Mummy. Brendan Fraser. Sorry, Jesus, my brain shut off. Anyways, we're going to go to break here real quick. Hopefully when you get back, everybody will be here. Like I said, Size Eaton. Nick's here. Connor's here. I'm here. Chris is away because, he's a pussy right now. I can say that.
And so is Tony.
Yeah, it's not only my
Tony-
daughter, it's also my wife too. So
He messaged me.
we're in the kitchen.
Is,
So she's cooking. So
what did Tony say? Oh, he's at homecoming in Tuscany, and he's not going to be able to make the show. So fuck Tony. So
I mean, two of us are regulars on here.
tonight. I know, right?
Top Mojo.
Blacktop Mojo we're going to do with the next bullet. Check them out they're on Spotify. I have basically every song they have. And of course, check us out on all social media. We are still live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday night. Now for a little Blacktop Mojo in your ear hole.
Finger on the trigger of my 45. Wanting posters out there, dead or alive. And haunted by the lessons that I have learned. Such a match to a bridge, it's always gonna burn. And I'm lost even when I'm staring at the map. My only wish now is I could take it all back. Every bank from here to Houston. Only thing on my mind now is keep on shooting. Yeah, just keep on shooting. And shotgun blast ring out through the air. Anything in front of my gun don't have a prayer. And bullets spread out into the sky. I'm immortal now, baby, legends never die. You got me caught now, yeah, you think you won. But finally you're just the next bullet in my gun. Wow, finally you're just the next bullet in my gun. That southbound train, even the burn of whiskey won't kill my pain. Well, the moon gets full and the coyote cries. These men are out driven by greed and lies. You see that smoking gun in my hand as the bodies all drop into the desert sand. Remember back when it all meant something. Gunshots in the distance would keep on running. Yeah, just keep on running. And shotgun blast ring out through the air. Anything in front of my gun don't have a prayer. And bullets spread out into the sky. I'm immortal now, baby, legends never die. You got me caught out now, yeah, you think you won. Well, partner, you're just the next bullet in my gun. Wow, partner, you're just the next bullet in my gun.
Yeah, a little blacktop mojo for your ear hole. Golf Hawk, what's up, sir? By the way, shh, don't tell Chris. Golf Hawk's black. We are live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Check us out on all social media, Nonsensical Nonsense. If you want to send us an email, you can do so at nonsensicalnonsensepodcast@gmail.com. We are on TikTok. We are everywhere you would find your podcast, y'all. Welcome back to the show. Connor and Nick are here. Cy is still eating. Like I said, that was Blacktop Mojo. That next bullet is such a good song. I love it. I have news. You guys remember Jennifer Grey from Dirty Dancing?
Jennifer Grey. No.
Baby from Dirty Dancing. Baby from Dirty Dancing is 61 years old.
Jeez, I'll be.
And she still looked pretty good, even though she fucked up her face by getting her nose done. She looked pretty good. I ain't mad at her. I just saw that. And
Yeah.
who was it? I just saw somebody die. What's his name? Damn it. I literally just saw it and I was like, huh. And my wife was like, who's that? I was like, well, he was the Justin Bieber of the 90s that never made it. I gotta look him up. Let's see, what's his name? Oh, come on. Aaron Carter.
Ooh,
Yeah. Aaron Carter died. He's only 34, so
Aaron Carter.
Yeah, he was. What was it? He's related to Nick Carter, the Backstreet Boys.
Looking my territory,
So yeah.
You have no clue who that is.
Yeah, I know the name, but I could not mention a single song he was in. I mean, his latest thing he did was Dancing with the Stars in 2009, for crying out loud. But yeah, I saw that today, and I was like, oh.
No, the song. I don't know if you guys know the song, but he sang the "I Want Candy."
Right, he did the original.
Yeah.
I got it now. Got him.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know Nick Carter off Backstreet Boys?
Well, Nick Carter was his
That's
brother.
his brother.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, Aaron is the Justin Bieber of the 90s that never actually picked up.
Yeah.
Thank God. But yeah, I saw that and I was like, oh, that's a bummer. And then my wife was like, who's that? And I was like, I know the name. Does that count? But I couldn't, unless they showed a picture, I could not pull the guy out of the lineup. I would have never guessed. But no, it's an interesting week for me this week too, by the way. I'm starting a new position at work. I kind of got a promotion into a new position, which pays more, but it's commission-based, so it's a little bit harder work, but it's like 4 times the money, so I'm worth it. So that's what I'm doing. Connor, did you go back to the doctor? Did they find out what they said?
No.
Did I tell you what time they set my appointment for?
Yeah, didn't they set it like 2 o'clock in the morning or some shit like that?
Yeah, they set it for 2 o'clock in the morning on the 17th.
Wow. So 2 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, you're muted right now, Nick, or Connor. But yeah, 2 o'clock in the morning. That's fucked up. I can't do 2 a.m. I mean, that's what time I usually go to bed. So, Golf, are you busy? You want to come on up, dude?
Well, I mean,
throw the link up.
I guess if it's 2 a.m., like at least I can sleep in the machine. And like, yeah, maybe I'll get like a late call the next day and I don't have to come in but till like 9:30 or something. I don't know.
Yeah, still. So you have to wait till the 17th for that.
Yeah, I have to wait till the 17th. Yeah, the problem started back in October. So halfway through November, they're gonna give me the scan, and then
Okay.
God willing, they just say they're gonna med board me. That way, whatever I say on here doesn't fucking matter anymore. I can just shit talk the military all I want.
Nice. This is nice. It's always a good thing. Nick, what do you got going on right now? Besides a little alien on your lap. You're muted, by the way.
You're muted, Tony.
Oh, he's saying 1 minute. But like I said, Tony's not going to be making. Sai's actually eating. He'll be back here in a little bit. Did have a couple other guests that were going to come up, but a couple things. My niece was going to come up. She's moving right now, so she can't do it. She said any other Saturday she's up for it, but unfortunately tonight she cannot.
I think it's hilarious when Chris isn't on here. The level of just panic that goes through your head. And like, I just got to get anybody.
I can't.
Anybody.
Well, here's the thing. Going live by myself.
Well,
I
it's
have
weird.
nothing to say. It's weird. There's no feedback. So I was like, I need at least somebody up here. And I talked to Sai about it earlier today. And then he's like, I was getting everything set up. And he's like, I'm getting ready to eat. I was like, eat on the fucking show. I don't care. He's like, I'm not eating on the show.
What you can always do is you can always message someone in advance and be like, hey, it's going to be a cool episode.
Oh, I did.
No Glick, uncensored.
Yeah.
Fuck you. It's my show.
Because it's my show, and I do everything. And I'm the champ.
What are you hollering about? What are you hollering about? As soon as
yeah, he's off goofing off. He's having a couple drinks with a buddy. So what are you going to do? But I'm kind of excited about my new gig, I guess. It's, like I said, it's Sai's actually going to be possibly jumping in with me, help me with my training and all that fun stuff. It's the same company, but it's like I have to.
Oh shit!
I'm basically going to be. That's okay. We didn't hear nothing. I was just saying with this new gig that I'm going to be doing, I'm basically the front of the line of the process. As I was telling the guy training me, I said, I know how the sausage is made. I just need to know how to slaughter the pig now. So that's basically what I'm going through for the next 2 weeks. It's going to be interesting. But like I said, it's an opportunity to make 10 times more money. So it's a risk I'm willing to take, I guess. I put everything else on hold until I get. Oh, there you go. Look at that. You look like you're in a firing squad there, Connor. with that background.
That's how I feel.
1, 2, fire.
Oh, I wish my house was that nice.
Right? Yeah, some of these backgrounds. Well, I'm going to give you a little homework here, Connor. Look up Dr. Phil's mansion.
Dr. Phil's mansion.
Dr. Phil, I'm reading here on Facebook. Dr. Phil put his mansion up on the market, and the internet has a few things to say. He's got a set of stairs that is almost creepy.
I mean,
it's a Facebook messenger.
Have you seen Dr. Phil?
Oh yeah, it's free.
I would never let my kids around that man. I mean, all due respect, he seems like he does all right work for somebody who makes a TV show out of yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, the funny thing about I just sent you that story there, Connor.
Oh God, that's loud as shit.
the he interviewed the guy that started the Girls Gone Wild videos about exploiting people. So the guy,
What a fucking jackass.
No, here's the best thing: the guy that from the Girls Gone Wild videos showed up to Dr. Phil's show dressed as Dr. Phil.
That's hilarious.
And basically looked at him and says, "You do the same thing I do. Mine just says nudity, and it's cooler and more views." And I was like, got a point. Thought that was hilarious. But yeah, I'm looking at the couple pictures here on the thing. This dude's I'd share my screen, but my computer slows down every time I do.
I mean, I see it.
Wow.
It's.
Let's see. Share.
I have a question. Can you hear my
go ahead.
music in the background?
Very faintly, like
Okay.
almost non-existent.
I've got my music playing for my daughter because she's like all my kids. She needs music to be calm, and she's over there fucking talking to it. So
I'm gonna see if I can pull this up without my computer to melt. If it'll let me.
Without my
I don't know if
computer
it's doing it
melting.
or not.
No, I'm seeing
No,
it.
no,
What
computer. If I the browser cannot access the screen. Oh, it's because I have two different screens and it won't let me show that screen.
Edit audio.
Oh, that's interesting.
Edit name. Remove from stream.
I was gonna say, see if you can share that.
I don't know how to fucking screen share on this thing. This is my wife's damn computer.
At the bottom it says present.
Present. Well, maybe I don't want you seeing what's on my computer.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, we don't need to see
Slide
that.
video. Screen
It's just
share.
a stack of quarters. It's a stack of quarters.
Listen. Amazon sells them for cheap, 26 cents a pop.
Get those. What is it? The commemorative ones.
Window entire.
But yeah,
screen,
they are.
Yes.
They are just that.
No.
That's creepy. His chandelier's creepy. His bar looks kind of cool though.
I
don't know. He's creepy. Actually, you bring up the art to see if I can actually share it.
Is it work? Is it twerking?
No, it's not.
It says stop sharing. View tab streaming on that.
I'm gonna find the picture of the stairwell and bring it up here.
Oh, it does not like that I am doing this.
Yeah, that's what I said. What I'll do is I'm gonna say the picture I'm talking about as soon as I find it, and I can put here up above us.
Oh yeah, this is my fucking computer's frozen now. Can you hear me? No, fuck
I can
me.
hear you.
God damn it. Uh-oh.
He's only
Turn off the goddamn screen. Fuck. This is your fault, Jeff.
things take forever. Let's see. The interior by which is kind of creepy. And I'm trying to let's see if I can do it on my phone. I like to just Connor, you might have to restart your computer. Let's see, go to Messenger. What was that? Oh, it's slowly showing your screen. But
all right,
it's just taking its good old sweet time.
Well, can you see me?
It was surely. I can see you, yeah, but it was
Well, that's
trying to show
awkward
your
because
screen.
I can't see you. My whole fucking thing is frozen. I can't even touch the screen. I'm trying to stop the screen sharing. Yeah, my music's going to be slightly louder here.
No, that's
just
not a
because I had to
problem.
grab my daughter.
If it
She was
gets too
starting
loud,
to...
I'll mute you.
I would mute. I might have to turn off, and I'm off and on maybe.
I was gonna say you might have to
See
jump
what
off,
happens.
restart your computer, and come back. It's not a problem. I'm gonna see if I can't bring up this article.
Yeah, I have to recomputer here. It hated that.
That's all right. Yeah, I didn't like that. That's why I said mine didn't like it either. I'm hoping to find this picture. This is the gate. The gate is creepy. I don't know if you can see that, but that gate is seriously creepy. It's like covered in vines and shit. Very beautiful creatures. I don't know. Dr. Phil's a weird cat. I don't necessarily like the guy. I can't get the picture up, but can I save this? Save image as yes. So I'm gonna see if I can do this, and I'll click here. So I'm probably gonna glitch here while I do it. Up. Go here. Oh, that's gonna take me a minute. Give me 1 second here, everybody, while I bring this up. The shit show continues. Oh, where is it? Do. Okay, so Sai's going to be back here in a minute, which is good. I'm trying to find where this picture went. Downloaded, I saw that. Oh, it's because I'm in the wrong spot. Here it is. So let that load, and I'll show it here. I haven't even seen it. That's not it. Nope, can't show that picture. That's work picture. I don't know. Oh, I'm getting messages. So my brother says he might show up too. I guess Connor's restarting his computer. Nick's still here. He's getting something done. Sai's finished up eating. He's putting his daughter's to bed. Trying to get my brother up here on the show. But yeah, I can't find that picture, which is kind of upsetting. But while we're waiting on Sai to come back and kind of restart his computer, go ahead and follow us on Facebook. We have our Nonsensical Nonsense page. We show all sorts of stuff on there. I'm going to put that image that I saved. Once I find it, I'll go ahead and put it up on our Facebook page. We'll see what I can do. Connor's just messaging me back. I'm kind of flailing here, as usual. But like I said, Sai's going to be right back. He's what happened over there? He says he's got to get his kids to bed, I guess. Okay. He's gonna be a little bit longer. But yeah, check us out on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitter, on Twitch. We are everywhere on social media. We are working on doing a couple other things for it. I wanted to do something here, and I forgot what it was. But yeah, since I messed up Connor's computer, I'm getting messages again. Thought I was. I don't know what that means. Okay. Yeah. What is Nick showing here? Okay, what do we got? Okay, yeah, here we go. That's Dr. Phil's house, I guess. Nick, if you can hear me, see if you can find the picture of. Yeah, there it is. There's a stairwell. It's seriously creepy. It's that picture right here where I have my. Well, you can't see my mouse. That center. Yeah, that's the one, Nick. Click on that. See if you can bring that picture up. That it is so weird. It's like almost gross. You might need to zoom in. It's a nice house and all, and 5.7 is not terrible. I mean, if you want to live in California, I guess. But it's one of those things. It's like that that stairwell. It looks like it's made with all sorts of goofiness. See if you can't find that, Nick. But the chandelier looks like it's almost made out of antlers with lights in it. It's seriously creepy. It's very Tim Burton-esque, from what I can tell.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's first time doing that. I'm also trying to figure out how to do 2 separate screens so I can see our StreamYard as well
Right.
as the screen that I'm trying to share as well too.
Yeah, it's almost impossible. I was hoping to do that, but it won't show my second screen.
Right, like I've got an extra laptop, but I just don't even know how I can even do it that way too.
Well, you can go on the other laptop and bring up the StreamYard on that.
Yeah,
and that way show that screen and then be able to see
yeah,
what you're seeing.
actually, I just realized that my phone can actually connect to my laptop, so I might be able to actually do that.
Well, I thought I downloaded the picture from that.
Yeah,
But
I'm muting you guys
didn't
again.
work. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, screaming kids. We all know how that goes. Who is watching? I'm assuming it's probably us. Yeah, I literally see. This is why I don't like going online by myself. Like I said, I'm trying to get my brother to come up. Question mark. Ha ha ha. So it's one of those things. It's like going live itself is such a pain in the ass because without feedback, it's you just flounder as I'm doing, and I don't really have anything prepared. And this probably won't even show up on Spotify anyways because Chris is going to be like, "Fuck good, those are dumb." But what are you going to do? Golf, if you're up, man, hit me up on Facebook, and I will send you. Let's see. My brother's not going to be able to make it. He's got his kids there, all that fun stuff. But oh my gosh, we still got like 45 minutes till the next break. So hopefully Cy will be back. I think Cy had to take his daughter's friend home. And Nick is dealing with issues at home. Cy should be back here in a little bit. My brother's trying to say something. I restarted watching Big Bang Theory, and I don't know what it is. It's a good show. I just like it, and I don't know. Once again, without feedback, this is just dead air. So I have to keep talking and make shit up as I go along. And if I could figure out how, and I don't know how. Let me go ahead and look something up. Well, you guys watch this while I do this because this is basically. I'm gonna go ahead and throw up. I'm gonna play a song here real quick while we're waiting inside. Okay, that's cool. It would be the day that everybody's busy. That I'm floundering by myself. Let's play this while I look something up.
My name is Jeff. My name is Jeff. My name is Jeff. My name is Jeff.
Cy back in the house. Thank God, dude.
That
I
was-
was floundering. I was floundering by myself.
Like a fish in the.
Yeah, Connor's computer messed up because we were trying. We saw some pictures of. I saw some pictures of Dr. Phil's house that he's got up for sale, and he's got this creepy stairwell
Okay.
that looks like it's made out of sticks, but very Tim Burton-esque. If you look
Okay.
at it, you'll see what I'm talking about. Nick
Okay.
brought it up here on the screen a little bit ago. It's seriously kind of creepy, and his gate looks like. You ever seen the poster for what's it, Natural Beauties or something like that? It's kind of like a vampire-esque. No, was it
Yeah.
right? Isn't that kind of ugh?
Well, like this, the whole front entrance, like this whole. I don't know.
Front gate?
No, not the front gate. This is like a room, and it looks like a homage to. Hang on, let me show you.
Like Tim Burton.
This is like this is what I saw, and I'm like, ugh. Like, look at this. It's like a
Yeah,
hunter's
that's what I was
paradise.
talking about. Yeah.
Jesus
That chandelier's
Christ.
creepy. The bar looks cool with the blue light. See if you
Yeah, I
can
mean
see
the
that.
bar's cool, the chairs are cool, but the whole railing
Yeah.
and the chandelier, what the hell's going
I'm
on
out.
there?
I mean, I'd have to rip that shit out day one.
Like this
What's
looks
up with
like
the
some you
ceiling?
see at like a retirement home or something, but like a fancy one.
Yeah. See
And
if
then
you
what are
zoom
these?
in on
These are
those
like
pictures. 'Cause
You say what?
I that's literally the size of my thumb. I can't really get a good view of it. See if you can zoom in.
I mean, view image.
Yeah, let's see if you
Oh,
can
that
zoom in.
doesn't help us.
I was gonna say, yeah, there you go. What is
Yeah.
up on the ceiling?
Those look like sinks that like those
Oh, okay, yeah,
washbowl
yeah.
sinks that sit above the sink, the counter.
Well, they almost look like the decorative sinks they sell here.
Yeah, but that's what I was gonna say with a very Latin,
Mhm.
Latino flavor to it.
It looks
But
like a psychedelic nightmare.
yeah, I'd be tripping out. Like
Yeah,
I
that's
think I was having flashbacks on something. Not like I do drugs. I don't condone it either. But
no, I don't either. But I mean, and like Chris, Tony, and Mike and I, we've all stayed on the show. None of us do drugs. Like I
Yeah.
can't even smoke weed.
I'm not a
It doesn't. It affects me badly. It
Mhm.
just gives. It. I was explaining this to my wife the other day. I can't. I hate not being in control of all my faculties. I
yeah.
feel like if I'm high or if I'm too drunk,
Mm-hmm.
I hate that feeling.
Mm-hmm.
I hate it with a passion. So
Mm-hmm.
like that room freaks me out.
Yeah, that's pretty. Yeah, that's pretty wild. That's pretty wild.
I mean, unless Tim Burton buys that place, I don't see
Mhm.
it ever selling.
Yeah, I mean, I could definitely see that. Some of the stuff he's got in here.
Well, see, like with this new gig,
Is this a hotel or is that his house? That looks like a hotel.
that looks like a
Yeah,
hotel.
it's Wyndham. Yeah, I was like, wait a second.
I was going to say, I wouldn't mind having that in my house.
Yeah, right. Now I think it just picked up on hotels.
Yeah, well, because that room looked like a hotel room. Or
It
a
did.
hotel banquet center or some shit. Oh wow, they're deeper than I thought.
Yeah.
I thought they were flush with the ceiling.
No, they're hanging down like
Oh, that's even worse.
yeah. It looks like an actual stand-up sink, like a solo sink by itself without the
Well,
hardware.
here's my question for you.
Okay.
Seeing that,
Yeah.
do you have in your place? Do you guys got a lot of dust? Like,
Yeah, it can get dusty here. It can get dusty here.
Well,
I mean, I
like-
try to dust. Matter of fact, I've got in my office, for example, I have a
get the
feather
feather
duster.
duster?
It's
You don't use
on
that
his
for
last leg
dusting.
though. Yeah,
You don't
it's
use
on
that
his
for
last.
dusting. You use that
Yeah.
for playing with yourself. No, but
It's my French tickler. Ah, tickle, tickle, tickle.
no, but it's like I painted the kids' room this
Mhm.
kind of a bright blue, and I was thinking about doing. I saw this. There's a trend on TikTok. It's where you take cotton and you put cotton on the ceiling with LED lights in it, and they look like clouds. Go look up cloud bedroom, and you'll see what I mean.
Cloud bedrooms.
Like cloud decoration or something along that line.
Yeah, like what they have in like the.
Yeah, I think that blue one. No, not painted on the wall. It's literally 3-dimensional clouds that you attach to the ceiling. No, that's not it. But that's cool though. I like that.
Yeah, it's like LED. Those are LED lights.
Yeah, but
that room has to be probably completely white.
There's a.
Here's one with pillows.
Those are cool. No, these are like literally attached to the ceiling. Yeah, those are cool.
Okay.
That kind of like that. Okay, now if you put that in your house, how fast would that get dusty?
Not as you have to understand. I've lived in a number of places. So like in California, where I went to high school, is this place called Lancaster, and that was a desert. The high desert, matter of fact, is what it was called, because the low desert was where Palm Springs was. Lancaster, Palmdale. It's funny because Lancaster is bigger than Palmdale, but Palmdale is more popular. It's more well known than Lancaster.
Made famous by what's his name? Because I got high guy. What's his name?
Because I got high.
No, the guy. Because I got high.
Oh, he's from Palmdale.
Yeah, East Palmdale. I can't remember the guy's name.
I didn't know Palmdale was that big still to be East Palmdale. I live on West Palmdale. I mean, you could say like West LA, East LA. Those cities are big enough to have that. You know, East Soho. That's New York.
Because I got high song.
Here are some results.
Afro Man.
Okay, so yeah, Afro Man.
He literally in his songs, you know, he's got a couple of good songs out, but Afro Man, you know, he literally does the song Colt 45.
Okay.
And in that song he says, Colt 45, 2 zigzags, baby, that's all we need.
Mm-hmm.
Go through the park after dark, smoke that tumbleweed. And at one point he says, rolling through East Palmdale, skating on Dayton rims or something like that. I can't remember the actual lyrics off the top of my head, but like you say, Palmdale, that's exactly what I think of. That's what pops in my head. I'm that guy. Yeah. So it's like, but like here, like if I get a cobweb, like I have in my stairwell, I have a 20-foot high ceiling, and I don't have anything dusted with. I have to take like 2 broom handles together to get it cleaned out. And if I get a cobweb up there, within a week, it's like brown, like a chocolate brown, because all the dust. So
that's surprising.
My fear is because it's dusty in Cancun.
Right.
My fear is so I put those clouds on the kids' room. I'm just going to end up ripping them down in 2 weeks because they'll be filthy. But
I don't remember it getting. I don't remember it getting it that dusty in Cancun. What I do remember though is it getting moldy.
Yeah, you get a lot of
would just surface just out of nowhere.
Yep.
And I remember when we left, because I actually left. I was gone for like 7 months, right? And so there were clothes that I didn't wear for like 7 months. And that shit had like when she brought it to me, and I was like, "What the?" Like it had like mold on it.
Leave it sit outside for a week.
Yeah, and I was like, "Nah, just chuck it, because I'm not gonna put that on my man parts." And then next thing I know, I got some crazy ass growth growing on me and stuff. So
I I found something today, and I thought it was funny. And I need to look it up.
Okay.
Let me go ahead and put it in. For instance, the bra, female is
Oh,
one of its name is over the shoulder boulder holder.
right.
Okay, and I saw something today for men's underwear that have funny names.
Okay.
And somebody did a TikTok on it, and I was like, that's actually funny.
Mm-hmm.
It's different creative names for underwear.
Okay.
I want to read you a couple of these slang terms, so to speak.
Okay.
And I haven't looked this up until just now.
All right.
So let's see. Well, this is not just men, but this is cute. The rack pack for a women's bra. The rack pack. The rack
Okay.
pack.
I can see that.
The chest rest.
Okay.
The nipple knapsack.
Okay.
That's a good one. I gotta put it. This is just getting women's stuff. I wanted to get men's because, you hear all these ones for women,
Mm-hmm.
and with the exception of the banana hammock,
Right.
don't really have things for man. So I wanted
Right.
to. Oh, hold on, I gotta look it up, and I wanted to. I wish I could find the post. Top 10 underwear nicknames.
Okay.
Like, draws.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need to see these pictures. Butt huggers.
Yeah.
The nut hut.
The nut hut.
The nut hut.
Okay.
Taduntadans.
Ta-dun-ta-dun.
As in, ta-dun-ta-da!
Or da-da-das. Yeah, like that's what we call them in boot camp because we had to wear. There are a bunch of us that were what we call boxers, right?
Right.
The common term is briefs because that's
Right.
when you buy them at the store. That's what they're called, briefs. But yeah, we would call them da-da-das, and then in the military they would call them skivvies.
Skivvies, yeah, that's
Like, what the hell is a skivvy? Like, I never heard that damn term.
You've never
before
heard that term?
Not until I was in the military, and then when I was in the military, I heard it. I was like, "What the a skivvy? What the hell is a skivvy?" So it didn't make any sense to me. But yeah, like boxers, da-da-das. Yeah, that's what. Yeah, because
I kind of
like
like
Superman.
that nut hut. That's kind of funny. I like
The nut hut. I like that.
I've
I
never
can see
heard
that. The nut hut.
I
can see that.
I thought I'd find more because the girl that did the TikTok,
Mhm.
she's pretty big on TikTok. She's the girl. Call Me Chris is her name, and she had she rattled off a bunch.
Okay.
And
the
banana hammock, of course.
Nut huts, pants, chonies.
The bulge smuggler.
Bulge smuggler.
I like that. That's funny. Of course, grape smugglers.
Yeah. Tidy whities.
The skid marks pavement.
The skid mark pavement.
The skid marks pavement.
That's nasty.
Nice. That's nasty.
Like as soon as I hear skid mark, like I automatically get.
Yeah, you're like, I'm out, I'm done.
Yeah.
But,
yeah. I just ate too, so I'm like, I'm like,
gross.
like I'm just.
But look, I mean, there's all sorts of one of my favorite websites. Is the Urban Dictionary.
Oh yeah. Oh, you find all kinds of stuff in the Urban Dictionary.
Well, actually, some of my best videos on TikTok, I did a trend called things you should not look up while
at work.
While you're
in an airport terminal.
Or either way, I did things not to Google while your parents are around, and I came up with a bunch like the Cleveland Steamer.
Okay.
You know what a Cleveland steamer is?
No.
It's what a chick
Never heard
shits
that
on your
term.
chest.
The what?
When your partner shits on your chest.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah, I mean, like it's all stuff like that, and I mean, and some of them are so bad. Like, what was it? It was something like the snow dragon, and the snow dragon, I gotta say, would never have thought to do it. I gotta look it up. I have it in my.
Is it like doing some blow off of somebody's chest or something?
No,
like
no, that would be the nice that you would think, but it has to do with semen.
The snow dragon.
Coming out your nose, I believe.
Well, it's not.
Okay. Back by popular demand. Things not to look up on Google Assistant when your parents are around. Part 7. The definition of felching. So the definition of felching.
Felching.
Yes. And trust me, when you look it up, I got multiple comics with "What the fuck, dude."
Oh.
I mean, really. Go ahead and read the definition there, Si. Because I can't
Felching.
remember exactly what it is.
Felching, the act of sucking semen from any human orifice. For example, anus, vagina. It can be done with a drinking straw when semen is deep inside the rectum.
Wow. I mean,
I'm good. Yeah.
I'm good. But yeah, I mean, that's basically the concept. I have 7 of these.
I mean, if you're like really deep into somebody, and again, everybody's all got different levels of kink.
I get it.
There's,
as we say on the show all the time, there's an ass for every seat.
Yeah.
But for me, there's a limit.
That's
Here's
Mm-mm.
the first
I don't
one
like chick came.
Oh,
hey,
actually,
I need you to felch me after we. No.
Yeah.
Nah, you better keep moving.
Look up the Alaskan snow dragon.
The Alaskan snow dragon.
I'm basically going to turn size.
That I just looked that up. I literally just looked that up, and I even went on the Urban Dictionary.
Yeah, that's where I'm going.
It says when it's when a girl's giving you a head, and when you're about to come, you ram your thing in the back of her throat, and the cum comes out of her nose.
So basically, why are you getting ahead? I don't know. I mean, I have the balls to find out.
I mean, okay. I mean, I've had my, I've had my
stuff deep
dick.
into somebody's mouth.
Yeah. I've had drained before, but goddamn, I mean, I don't think I can't remember. Like, I remember I'd say something funny, and then like how like when you drink a soda too fast, and then somebody says something funny, and then it comes out your nose.
So
I've said some stuff like that, and maybe actually that might have happened. To be honest, the more I'm thinking about it, because it's like
you're like, I've done that.
Maybe I was, yeah. So I can see that. That may have happened. I just don't remember it because it was so long ago. Yeah,
but there's the beauty of the Urban Dictionary is you find stuff like this, and you just go, wow, I don't have enough kink to go through with this. Like one of my favorite things. Look up the sexual act of the raging bull, Tony or Si.
All right, the Raging Bull, not the
I can give you
not the Robert De Niro movie.
Not the Robert
Raging Bull.
The Raging Bull is actually very simple. You take your woman from behind, and while you're deep inside, you go close up to her ear and whisper some other girl's name, and then hold on for dear life.
Oh.
That's the Raging Bull, because she's going to try to kill you.
Yeah. Yeah. So it says, well, this actually says different. And this is again from the Urban Dictionary. A near lethal cocktail of pure testosterone, drinkers beware. a 4 Loco, any flavor, a Red Bull,
Okay, that's
4
the drink.
shots of 80 proof, liquor preferred vodka, and a male enhancement stimulant of your choice. Jesus Christ, that is like an accident waiting to happen right there. Be prepared for a night of shenanigans and a feeling similar to a high dose of cocaine and meth. Like that shit would actually, I would actually like to try that.
Well, you know what?
But then I got to jump off my wagon again. But I would actually try that. That's some shit I would like to try.
Well, like my brother-in-law just turned 18. And
Okay.
for his 18th birthday, I took him out to eat. You know, and his mom was there, and his other sister. My wife was out of town, unfortunately. And I actually pulled the waiter aside, and I ordered him a drink.
Okay.
And the drink is called a blowjob. So I bought the kid his first blowjob.
Yeah.
Okay.
And his first alcoholic drink, all in one. And it did not go well because he thinks alcohol is the devil.
Oh, one of them. Okay.
So I ended up drinking it, you know.
Okay.
but I said, just drink it. Don't even worry about it. Because it's basically there's 2 ways to make a blowjob drink. It's Kahlua and Bailey's.
Yeah, when the whipped cream on top. Yeah.
And then there's another one that's a little bit stronger. But so I had to make a shot, and he took a sip and ran into the bathroom like his mouth was on fire because he'd never had alcohol before. And I sat there and laughed and drank. I thought it was hilarious. Oh, there he is. You got it fixed there, Connor.
Aww.
Yeah. How old is that one there, Connor? Oh, we gotta keep it quiet.
Okay. Sorry. No, I was trying to mute myself before the inevitable siren went off. She is 6 weeks old today.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I think we've got making them down pat. I think not making them is what we need to work on.
Yeah. You gotta get that pull-up game. It's gotta be strong, brother.
Oh my God.
Pull-up. No, man. Nowadays they got technology you can get. Like,
no.
Not technology, but okay.
No, but at the end of the day, the best is the pull-out game. My pull-out game is strong.
No, I don't trust it. I look at
pull-out game doesn't work, dude.
I look at my wife sideways, and she's 3 months pregnant. I don't trust it.
No.
Right.
I literally, anytime my wife is changing, you just hear me going, I just want to take a picture.
Panic.
I'm just.
Relax. I just want to take some pictures.
If
You're a fucking creep for that.
That was really creepy.
It's funny if we're making fun of Chris about it, but when we're talking about you taking a picture of your wife,
and then Chris shows up with the camera.
My wife came out of the shower and laid down on the bed, and I was down here on my computer working on something, and I went upstairs and she's laying there on the bed in a towel, and I was like, relax, I just want to take some pictures. She's like, get the fuck out. And I was like, oh. She's like, that's not funny. I was like, it's kind of funny. Because Cy, you said you watched the entire Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yes, I did.
I cannot get past that first episode. I have not gone to turn it back on. I can't.
Oh, it's a great show.
It's a great show, but the first episode, like that's what brings you in is that first episode.
Well, okay.
But
now everybody gave me shit for this, but Cy, you kind of agreed with me. The guy you see in the first episode that Jeffrey Dahmer's trying to attack, at one point, does he not look like fucking Spike Lee? And not because he's black, because of the way his haircut.
I was gonna say. Now, from your point of view, yeah, you probably say some shit like that because we all look alike.
Well, no,
like that's like you think I look like freaking Dave Chappelle and shit. Like I don't look nothing like Dave Chappelle.
No. But the way dude had his haircut, if you rewatch that first episode,
it was the 90s. Everybody had their fucking hair like that.
Yeah,
I mean, fuck, I had my hair like that at one point, and actually I had a little ski ram.
If you look back at Spike Lee did a movie one of Spike Lee's first movie, where he's wearing
Do the Right Thing.
beanie style. Yeah, I think that's it. And he's got that
Mhm.
weird hat on, and dude's wearing a
biker
hat
hat.
similar to that.
Yeah, because it was the 90s, and that's when the whole Dahmer series took place. But yeah,
I
it
never
was.
wore a hat like that. But
Well, I didn't either, because I didn't get into those fads, nor those big like African pendants. Like everybody had the African pendant. I didn't do that shit because I was like, I'm not from Africa. I was born here. What do I know about Africa? Like that doesn't. And then I got so much more heritage. And then my son, who's 30, he's turning 30 soon.
Golf in the house. Golf. Here's the thing about Golf Hawk. Okay, I don't know if you see the chat there, side, but Golf Hawk will literally
What's a
say
Golf Hawk?
Golf Hawk. That's his username.
Oh.
Golf Hawk is actually, he's a fan of the show. He's always on here, but he says stuff more racist than me. And when we found out the man was black, we were like, "Huh, didn't see that coming." But when Chris was like, Golf Hawk sent Chris his Instagram, and Chris is on the show like, "Huh, Golf Hawk's black." Like it was the biggest shock ever. It was that clip. Well, I'm trying to get that clip because it is the funniest thing ever. But every time Golf Hawk's on the show, we have to do one simple thing. And since Cy, you're here too,
boys.
this is for both of you.
Hey, boys. Look what I got here. Hey, where are the white women at?
Hey, where the white women at? You know what's fun? You know what's really funny though? You know what's really funny though? Because my stepfather's white, right? My mom, she could pass as white, right? The first time I ever saw that movie was with my stepfather, and he was playing that shit for me, and I was like, I'm sitting there watching it, and I'm like,
this racist. Mel Brooks.
Mel Brooks but Mel Brooks goes, you know what else like that? Quentin Tarantino. Yeah. But he says I'm like, God damn, Quentin.
Tarantino don't fuck around, man.
No, I mean he says some shit like I'm like, damn, did he just say that? And then Samuel L. Jackson, like, I pictured it in my mind, like they would cut the scene, like, okay, and that's a wrap, and then he'd go like up to Quentin Tarantino after the take, like, hey man, motherfucker, did you really mean that shit?
No,
like I could just picture that, like.
I have a question for you, Cy, as a black man.
Sure.
Django.
As a black man. You're Django Unchained, yes. Okay. Yes.
And I've had this discussion with Tony. And
okay.
As a white dude, if I go into that movie,
yes,
me screaming out the N-word all the time, not cool, regardless of the movie, correct?
Right.
And the question I posed to Tony, and he said his answer was never. Is when, if ever, am I allowed to use N-word?
Well, like, you are probably by far like one of my closest friends.
Right.
And we've known each other damn near 15 years.
Yeah, something like that.
15, 20 years. Almost 20 years. God damn.
I know.
That's a sad story.
Shut up, Connor.
Right?
You're a baby.
That's depressing.
No, but it happens like that. Like I see you both with babies, and I'm like, shit, my baby's. I just had to go make a run to go pick up one of her friends who's 12.
Cy's oldest daughter was the size of your baby right now, Connor.
Oh, I'm not making fun of your age. I'm just saying it's sad to hear that you've been friends with Jeff that long.
I know, right? But this, no, my point is, and he's not my first white friend. Like one of my. A buddy of mine from high school, we used to run together all the time. We got a lot of shit together too. He's white. He will call me that shit, and I check his ass.
I don't use it
Right.
regardless.
No, my point. Why do you mute? Why'd you mute, Poppy? Don't mute.
It's because his baby's making noise.
Oh, his baby's making. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think that's why I muted.
Okay, but anyways, so in that movie, I thought you were going to ask me something else. Like, was Samuel L. Jackson's character, like, why was he so offensive, or why is he black people hated him so much? But the concept of using the word is never okay. I had a coworker of mine actually say that shit at the job I'm at now, and I've been there damn near 10 years.
Right.
I wanted to punch the fuck out of him. I wanted to punch him right in the fucking nuts.
But
because he said that shit, but he didn't know me.
I did let it slip on the show.
I'm sure you have, because you racist. You a closet racist, but it's okay though, because I still love you. I still got love for you.
But the reason why I let it slip came down to I was quoting Cat Williams.
Oh well, I mean, quoting shit like now.
That's what I said. Is it okay by quoting, for instance, Cat Williams talks about meeting Shaq?
Right.
Like, I can't be friends with this guy, motherfucker, because his, I look at him and his dick's on my head, and he's like, "Oh, this is bullshit," and then says the N-word. And,
I was excited. I thought you were going to say it.
Yeah, see, I know.
I was too. I'm waiting for him to say it.
I saw Cy start to smile like, "Oh, here it comes."
Here it comes. This is the day. It doesn't bother me like it used to. Like, cause you have to understand. I've lived in a lot of places. I've moved around a lot. I've been damn near a gypsy. But like growing up in California, first racist experience. Walking back from school, dudes yelling out the car, "Fuck you, nigger!" And they threw a fucking can and hit me in the back of the head. Right? I was a teenager then. That shit wouldn't play well in LA, where I'm from.
Right.
That would have never been played. As a matter of fact, they probably wouldn't have rolled through that neighborhood at all. Because if they did, they would have problems. But here's the thing. When I moved to Texas from California, I became, I don't want to say not immune to it, but it's just another word to me now. Because I heard it so much. Because one thing, and that's probably the thing though, like of all the places I live, I probably have the most respect for people from that state. Because I've lived in California, people are a little more pretentious. They're a little more like they're not wanting to share how they really feel. Like you might hate this person. Oh, hey, it's so good to see you. Yeah, they're totally fake. Down there in Texas, if they don't like you, they'll let you know. You walk in the wrong place, they'll let you know.
Right.
And it's like that everywhere in Texas. And I respect that because at least they're real with their feelings. They're real with their intent and they're real with how they feel. But
I love Texas.
Yeah.
That and guns.
Like I could.
And guns. That's right. Well, here in Indiana, there's a lot of guns here too.
They got almost the same laws, right?
Pretty much. I mean, when I first moved here, I was shocked to see a mom pushing a baby about the size of yours there in a stroller, and she had a Glock strapped to her hip, and she was wearing some Dukes. And I was like, damn, that's kind of a turn on, but at the same time, don't fuck with her, kind of a thing. Like if I go, hey, babe, and that's another. Like, how do you approach somebody that's got a firearm that's actually shown? Like, if you were to, I mean, I don't do that, but I'm just saying
that's a sick piece.
Yeah. Okay. So I can hit him up like that, or hey, that's a nice. It's a nice strap. Where'd you get that?
We're gonna pause for a minute because we got to go on break. We're gonna do a little Rumspringa. I actually 2 hours in. We're gonna do Rumspringa's Rebel Yell. This site, I don't know if you've heard this or this band yet, but this Rebel Yell, it's Billy Idol. I
was about to say it sounds like the Billy Idol song.
It is. It's a cover of Billy Idol. And they kill it, dude. You're going to be impressed. So check out.
Okay, I just watched Wedding Singer yesterday. Was that the real Billy Idol in that?
Yes, it was. That is Billy Idol.
That was the real Billy Idol?
Oh, yeah.
Because I didn't stay for the credits because I was just like back and forth, but I actually watched The Wedding Singer for the first time yesterday.
Oh, really? Oh, we're talking about that when we get back. But, okay. Check us out on all social media. Check out Rumspringa. They're a local band in Ohio. Chris says the lead singer of Rumspringa is a reincarnated David Lee Roth. This dude can
really.
Oh yeah, this dude kills it. So here's Rebel Yell by Rumspringa.
city, come on baby. I've got a license for love, and if it expires, pray out from above. Because in the midnight hour, she cried more, more, more. With a rebel yell, she cried more, more, more. Wow! In the midnight hour, baby, more, more, more. With a rebel yell, she cried more, 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 more. She don't like slavery, she won't sit and beg. But when I'm tired and lonely, she sees me to my bed. What set you free and brought you to me, babe? What set you free? I need to hear about me. Because in the midnight hour, she cried more, more, more. With a rebel yell, she cried more, more, more. Wow! In the midnight hour, baby, more, more, more. With a rebel yell, she cried more, 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 more. He lives in his own heaven, so he takes it to go from the 7-Eleven. Well, he's out all night to collect a fare, or just alone, just so long as don't mess up his head. Cause I'd walk the world with you, babe. 8,000 miles with you. I dried your tears of pain, babe. 8,000 times for you. I'd sell my soul and have none, babe, for money to burn with you. Cause I'd give you all and have none, babe. Just there, just there, just there, just there to have you here by me. Because in the midnight hour, she cried more, more, more. With a rebel yell, she cried more, more, more. Wow! In the midnight hour, baby, more, more, more. With a rebel yell, she cried more, 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 more. Ooh, yeah, little baby, she wants more. She wants more, 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 more. Ooh, yeah, little angel, she wants more. She wants more, 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 more,
Yeah, a little Rumspringa for your ear hole there. Like I said, they kill it. This is amazing rendition of Rebel Yell by Rumspringa there. Check out Rumspringa. We're trying to get them on the show here pretty soon. Check us out. Check out Rumspringa on all social media as well. Let them know Nonsensical Nonsense sent you. Check us out. We are live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. And we are live every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturdays. Wow, we're very busy people. But yeah, you can email us at nonsensicalnonsensepodcast@gmail.com. You can check us out on TikTok. Check us out on Instagram. Everywhere you find social media stuff, we're there. One or another. Sai, I wanted to bring up this. You just saw Wedding Singer for the first time.
I did.
What's wrong with you, sir? That movie.
Because you know what, man? Like,
I love that movie.
the older I get, the less I'm into comedy.
Okay.
But then at the same time, I'll have my hankerings for comedy. Like I think I told you last week, because Jeff and I got, like, he's like one of my great friends. We're always calling each other all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I told him, like I told you, I watched one of the Chappelle skits for the first time. Not his skits like from the Chappelle show, but one of his comedy specials that he had on Netflix recently. And I was like, oh, that's some funny stuff. But, I was in Florida right now, and I just flipping through the channels, and then I just landed on AMC. Okay. So they just started playing like movies back to back to back, and I was just watching that. So Wedding Singer happened to come on, and I was watching it, and then it was like, they're playing music from the 80s, and I was like, okay, I like 80s music. I've never seen this. Let me watch it.
It's a very nostalgia movie. That movie,
I can see the nostalgic factor, definitly.
Well,
Drew Barrymore used to have a crush on her back in the day.
I've never really had a major thing for her. She's a hit and miss for me. Yeah,
I mean, there's been some movies where she's been like, damn, she's bad as hell. But then other movies like
Wedding Singer's one of them. She's gorgeous in Wedding Singer. But then you see her in other things, and you're like, I'm good.
They're like Charlie's Angels when she's fighting and stuff,
Yeah.
When I was younger, I had a crush on her. Now it's Salma Hayek. I don't give a fuck how old she gets. That's a bad bitch. Like, she's just bad.
Oh, no,
she's
Salma
just
Hayek.
fine as hell.
Now,
like Salma, and then granted, that's like like what was it, like a cheeseburger to like filet mignon?
Right.
You can't really compare. It's not apples to apples comparison.
I never have a bad taste in my mouth if Christina Ricci's on the screen.
Okay,
I got a thing for that girl since day one. Her and I are roughly the same age, but like if she's on screen, I'm in. I think I've seen Black Snake Moan 400,000 times, but that's for different reasons. But that is also a good movie.
Which one?
But Black Snake Moan.
Black Snake. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. She's chained up and shit. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, not that I want to see Christina Ricci chained up, but I'd like to see her naked all the time.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. But, I was going to say, like, what was that? Sleepy Hollow, like with the bodice. And she was just, I was like, damn. Very boisterous.
Anyway. We had Dave on the show last weekend? Or was it I don't remember. But Dave's got a real big thing for Lucy Liu. And I was like, you know what? I got you. I understand it.
I got a thing for freckles, man.
Yeah. Well, Lucy Liu is also.
I don't know why, like the freckles. You know my wife.
Yeah.
That's what had me. She had me at freckles. Like, seriously, I was like, damn. Freckles.
There's certain attributes about certain people, and regardless of whatever.
Yeah.
That just, if they got it, I'm done. It's over.
Right.
Call it a day. I'm ready to jump in head first. But when it comes to Adam Sandler movies,
okay,
Wedding Singer is right up there with top. It's like top 5 because
really,
the guy that's singing,
the Boy George looking one.
Yeah, that's actually it's an Arquette sibling.
Yeah, there's like 5 of them in there, or 3 of them.
I did not know that. Chris actually told me this. But
okay.
Arquette sibling. That cast is so perfect. Like, it's one of those movies where you can't. You can look at movies and go, such and such would have done a better job in that role.
Right.
Wedding Singer is one of those movies where, like, you can't replace anybody in there. Even the douchebag Glenn that plays
the love interest of Drew Barrymore at first. Yeah. Her fiance.
Yeah. That guy, he killed it. I mean,
everybody. I mean, the acting was good. That's why I was like, I actually watched the whole movie because I'll turn quick on a movie. Like if I'm not feeling it or I'm not into it at all, I'm like, bloop, no, I can't. And then when he, the one part of the movie that got me rolled was like, he's a wedding singer. You're a wedding singer. Your job is to sing at weddings. So it's got to be happy. It's got to be joyous. You know,
he's like, I have a microphone and you don't.
Dude was like when his heart got broke, Adam Sandler was just like mashing, just like talking about how love sucks and love stinks, and that shit was like, I was dying.
He's singing that song he wrote to Drew Barrymore in that room, and John Lovett's in the corner going, he's losing his mind.
Yes.
That song, I need to put it on my playlist because it's just genius. It's like, I just want to let you know that I was listening to The Cure a lot. But you know, we've not 100% formally announced it, but Cy and I are actually talking about doing a movie podcast. So because I watch everything. I'm not a big horror guy, but we're gonna be. I want to. But yeah,
that's
Cy
my kids
is,
like. My kids like it. My kids like it.
Well, you know what, Chris?
They don't ever want to watch anything except horror movies, like somebody getting slashed and like crazy psychedelic clowns coming out the sewer. Hey, Georgie, you want to believe? And my kids like, yeah.
That's got me fucked up.
Which one?
Got me fucked up. Fucking It.
It? Ah, no, but Tim Curry rocked it better than that kid, the other guy.
Well,
I think, in my opinion,
I've seen the scenes of Tim Curry.
Come on.
And I love Tim Curry.
Yes.
My favorite movie of all time. And it's this movie, there is no gray area with this movie. It's either you love it or hate it. There is no gray area. And everybody that's seen said movie will agree with me. And I'll fight anybody that say different. But the movie Clue.
Oh, yeah.
It's either love it or hate it. There is no gray area. It's you can kind of tell if you mesh with somebody by that movie alone, because Tim Curry, that's top of his fucking game. And unfortunately, Tim Curry right now is struggling. I think he's wheelchair bound right now. But if I had, I think I read that somewhere. But I follow him on Twitter. And the dude is like, somebody was like, is Tim Curry dead? And Tim Curry's like, no, I'm just wheelchair bound. Calm down. But Tim Curry, the dude's a savage. He's awesome.
Oh, and he's so diverse too. Now, granted, in comparison, like the two It's,
right?
Which one looked scarier and which one was scarier?
Okay. The new one looks scarier because, well, obviously makeup's improved and stuff like that. But I've never fully seen the original. I've seen clips and stuff, but the clips I did see, I'm like, you know what? I'm out. No, fuck that. You know, it's not like I have nightmares or anything like that, but there's a reason why I don't have nightmares, because I don't watch fucking movies like that because I'm not an idiot.
I've got, you know, it's funny. I've got the first DVD, or I've got the DVD of the original, because it was actually a mini series that aired on CBS or ABC, one of those. And I think it was like a 4-part mini series because it ran throughout the week.
It's like
but they made it into a movie on DVD. I still have it. It's sealed. I bought this shit 6 years ago. I bought it 6 years ago because I was telling my kids about it, and I'm like, oh, we're gonna watch it together, and they just won't. They don't want to sit down, and
well, you know, like
they're too busy. So.
When I got the HBO, I was going through the first thing I do when I get a new streaming service is I go to all the movies they have, and I scroll all the way from top to bottom, A to Z, and I'm like, oh fuck, I can't believe I haven't seen that movie forever, blah blah blah. And I was sitting here talking to Kevin, my son. I said, Kevin, we're gonna sit down and watch this. Different movies, and of course, the classics came up, like, everybody in my family loves the Back to the Future series. It's the perfect trilogy. There's nothing wrong with those movies. They're perfect. then you have like
that's
they had
another
Ace-
one where the acting you can't change
can't
the act
replace.
the cast. You
Well,
can't replace anybody.
There's-
Michael J. Fox's career.
If you there's online, there's video of Nick Stoltz who got replaced by Michael J. Fox.
Mm-hmm.
And if Nick Stoltz would have done it, it'd have been 100% different movie.
Yeah.
Like it would have been more of a, this is a fucked up movie. This is weird.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like there's a reason why he got recast. And like Michael J. Fox, there's a side by side, and there's no audio, but
Mm-hmm.
there's, if you put it side by side, he's saying the same things that Michael J. Fox said, but you watch Nick Stoltz's reaction, his outfit, everything is 100% opposite. And it's like,
Mm-hmm.
whoa. And I mean, I'd love to see some of the scenes with audio. I'd like to see what they sound like. But
Mm-hmm.
but like I sat Kevin down and I said, we're going to watch Ace Ventura.
Mm-hmm.
Now, back in the day, Jim Carrey was
Mm-hmm.
king when he came out. When Ace
Mm-hmm.
Ventura came out, everybody loved him. Everybody loved it. And then everybody was quoting it and all that stuff.
Oh yeah.
And I sat there and I could not get through the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's not that it didn't held up, but I think I'd seen it too many times. Kevin loved it. He'd run around the house quoting and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a whole bunch of stuff on there that like, what was it? They had I can't remember the name of the movie. There's a movie that we were going to have a family movie night before the show tonight.
Mm-hmm.
And I was going through HBO and I was like, oh, here, let's watch this. And
Mm-hmm.
and I got outvoted within 30 seconds. No, that's an old movie. And I'm like, no,
Mhm.
it's not. It was 93.
Mm-hmm.
And then I remember that it was really long ago.
Oh yeah. Well, like in my house, if it's past 2005, they're not even interested. And I'm like, damn,
I know
you guys are missing out.
Well, I mean, you look at movie stars today versus movie stars when we were kids, and like Bruce Willis was everywhere, and
Arnold
was everywhere, and now you see, Kevin Hart is in Jumanji, looking like
With
a
The Rock.
badass, and you're like, calm down, dude. You're a comedian,
Yeah, and the Rock. I mean, I like the guy.
The Rock is so overrated.
I like his story. I always like stories of like overcoming adversity and whatnot. I root for him. But like as far as like acting, it's just like, really?
Well,
did you really just say
Chris,
that? Like you
Chris
said,
says on the show, all the
he
time,
was overrated.
If you've seen one Rock movie, you've seen them all, because he's based the same dude. But that doesn't stop me from watching it.
Oh yeah, well, a
My
lot of
biggest
times it's
problem
special
with movies.
Mhm.
My biggest problem with movies is I find one thing that's unreal and I fixate on it. And I'm like, really? Like I just watched that movie, that Vince Vaughn movie where he Freaky Fridays with that chick, but he's a serial killer. It's called Freaks or something like that.
Mm-hmm. I'll look that one up.
It's Vince Vaughn as a serial killer, and he switches bodies with this girl. And as the girl, Vince Vaughn is, the girl is now Vince Vaughn, so she's a psychopath. She stuffs a school girl. They're like seniors in high school or whatever. She
Body
stuffs her
swap.
in. Yeah, she puts them in a Sub-Zero.
Oh, like a deep freeze, like.
But no, but
like
it's like a sports
liquid
medicine
nitrogen?
thing.
Oh.
It's like a sports medicine thing. They're in a high school, and this thing goes from room temperature down to like 2,000 degrees below zero in 30 seconds. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, I got totally taken out of the movie.
That's like.
I was like, why would that be in a high school? And who fucking high school can afford that shit?
That sounds like A Day After Tomorrow, like the helicopter flying, and then all of a sudden, and then the guy comes out the helicopter like, and then he just freezes to death. Yeah.
It's like, I don't get that. But you know, I watch everything. If it looks even remotely interesting, I'm like, oh, I'm in, and I'll watch it. And like one of my favorites back in the day was what's his name? I literally just had his name on the tip of my tongue a second ago. The dude from Say Anything. What's his name?
Oh.
Oh my God, it's gonna drive me nuts now.
I got it. Hang on.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
John Cusack.
Thank you, John Cusack. I love John Cusack. Anything he's in. One of my favorite movies of all time is High Fidelity, and then they redid it. They redid it with into a series with Zoe Kravitz as the main character, and it was hard to watch. I couldn't get past 3 episodes.
She's actually a pretty good actress.
She is, but they
yeah, she looks so much like her mom. I'm like, God,
I know.
It's like Lisa Bonet's clone. Like here she is.
Lisa Bonet back in the Cosby's on the Cosby Show. Oh man, that's the only reason I watched the Cosby Show.
Really?
And she's like 10 years older than me.
She did a Playboy spread not that long
Really?
after the show was out. Yeah.
Well,
yeah,
like,
look it up. It's
I might have to. I need to look at that. But like, she's in. What's funny is Lisa Bonet is in the original High Fidelity with John Cusack. She plays a singer that John Cusack's character hooks up with. And the whole concept of High Fidelity is it's about a guy that owns a record store.
Yeah.
And his girlfriend breaks up with him. And I love that movie. But Gross Point Blank, what was it? What was the summer movie he did with Demi Moore? One Crazy Summer, and then Better Off Dead. I love those movies. I can't get my kids to watch them. I'm like, this is a good movie, and they're like, no, I'm out.
All right, so what would you say? And maybe we should go around the room and ask this. What's one movie you want your kids to watch, but they won't watch it with you?
Like all of them. That's a good
if
question.
you could only choose one, you only had one.
Connor's kids, your
Just
oldest
one.
kid.
I know, Connor. I know your kids are a little, and I know you guys have. Like I'm seeing you guys, and it's bringing back flashbacks because my baby's like 12.
So that one's too easy, and it's Top Gun.
Okay.
Because my kids think airplanes are the coolest things in the world, and then I sit down, I'm like, you got to see this airplane movie. It's so cool. They're fighting
the thing is,
and they have zero interest, and I'm like,
yeah, but you know what it is? The problem with your kids watching Top Gun now is there's a lot of dialogue, a lot of stuff that needs to go on that they need to understand that they're not at the capacity to understand it.
Yes and no. The coolest part about Top Gun has always been the dogfight scenes.
The dogfight scenes, of course.
It's the planes.
Like who cares about all the rest of it? Like, my kids can sit there and get over it.
What about you, Nick? What show are you gonna present to your children one day? What movie?
I honestly don't even know, to be honest with you. But I mean, if I was to be something, obviously, when Miracles, gets to that age, I would probably have to be Resident Evil because I'm like just obsessed with that whole movie series.
Okay.
Yeah, you can tell he's a Glick.
Okay.
That's
Zombies.
That's your Glick move. That's a Glick move.
Click thing. It's a click thing you wouldn't understand.
Well, yeah, and Chris is constantly like him and his kids watch horror movies all the time, and I'm like, I've never understood the pull of a scary movie. I mean, I mean, don't get me wrong. What was it? I watched something the other day while the wife and I were watching it. We finished watching it. I was like, that was fucked up. I liked it. But I'm not going to rush to go. Oh, what else is this done? You know, whatever. What about you, Cy? What's another movie that what you want to show your kids they don't want to watch?
Actually, Gunnar, what you just said about Top Gun, because I actually have a funny story about that. It was because of that movie, Top Gun, I wanted to be a naval aviator when I grew up. And I specifically joined the Navy to do that.
I did the same.
I specifically joined the Navy because of that movie.
How'd that work out?
I joined the Navy. I didn't become a pilot, but I had a plan in my mind. I'm going to be a pilot. I was close though. I actually worked on the flight line. And what's really funny about that, I had, being in the military, dealing with different folks from different places and whatnot. You know, I'm a street kid. I grew up in Cali. You know, that's just how it was. I mean, South, Long Beach, Lancaster. The Lancaster's not as hard as LA, but whatever. I grew up around urban environments.
Right.
I got to meet like real country people when I first went in the military.
Like my white ass.
So, kind of. But
Cy just sits there on his bunk and go, fucking white people. Fuck.
but the funny thing is about Top Gun, this is my point. My old chief petty, my old basically my supervisor, we used to bump heads all the time because he used to say, "Hey, get out there and train up bird 315," and call me shitbag and call me names and shit like that. I used to butt heads with him all the time. Fast forward to today, he came to my house. First time I'd seen him almost like 20-something years, 30 years, right? And we went to see that movie with my kids, with my daughters. And they loved it. Oh, really? They loved Top Gun, the new one. And
the new one's phenomenal.
The new one is absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Matter of fact, I got a poster. I'm gonna be putting that up on all this. This is the guest room. This is really my office now because we don't even have people come over. I'm gonna deck this thing out the way I want to deck it out.
When I first saw the new Top Gun, I thought it was meh.
Yeah.
And then I watched it again and I was like, what the fuck's wrong with me? It's just like I love it.
It was absolutely phenomenal. Like that movie, I watched it twice.
No, I thought it was great.
I watched it.
I have a thing
twice after that time, but I went with him, my old chief, to see it, and that was just that to me. That movie is priceless to me. The first time I saw it, but
see, Jeff, the reason that you keep getting cut off is because anybody who even starts to criticize Top Gun should be cut off and just
no. I love Top Gun. I love both of them. I thought they were great. But I have a thing with Tom Cruise.
I have yet to see the new one, so don't spoil.
Oh, no, not going to spoil. I'm not going to say in case and even somebody that's hasn't seen it yet.
Oh, shit. Random Rick with the Iron Eagle.
Iron Eagle was good. I watched the shit out of that.
Unbelievable.
Because it used to come on HBO all the time.
Right.
Every time it came on HBO and it was on, I would watch it.
I had a friend in high school that
still Top Gun because Iron Eagle was Air Force.
He had a buddy of mine in high school. He passed away a couple years ago.
I wonder.
He had a.
If you dip it.
He was born with a brain tumor, so he couldn't do a lot. And I became friends with him because we were both in the movies. And he introduced me to Iron Eagle. And the only problem I had with Iron Eagle is it was kind of. I'm like, why is a high school kid in an F-14 or whatever?
F-16. That was F-16. So F-16 is an Air Force plane. Yes. F-14 is a Navy plane.
As soon as I said it, I knew I was wrong.
Well, no, but also too, like Navy people, Air Force people, they butt heads.
Yes.
But also, with the planes, with aviation, they definitely butt heads because think about it this way. Think about it this way. Air Force. Yeah, they got great jets. They take off from their base. Right. They go out, fly their mission, do their run, fly back to their base where they know where it is, and land there, right? Naval aviators off a carrier go from 0 to 100 and whatever to get airborne, go handle their business out wherever they got to go do their run or whatever. They got to come back. They got to find their base. because it's a ship that moves in the water, and the water is very big. 3/4 of the world is covered by water. And then land on it, going full speed like a controlled crash, and snatched up by a tailhook to make the plane stop. If they miss, they got to take off again.
If they're at full speed, the reason why they go full speed is because if you miss that grab wire,
I know that.
You got to hit the gas and keep going.
Exactly.
The only thing I'll say on that, because I do have to comment on it, I feel like I'm being personally attacked.
Oh my God, you child!
Yes, child.
There's a video online somewhere. I saw it on TikTok of the difference between an F-16, i.e., the plane that I used to work on. I'm just saying, it's just the greatest aircraft in the world.
Oh, so you're a crew chief?
Landing?
Okay.
Yeah, I was a crew chief.
Okay, I was a PC.
Well,
on the 18th
in the Navy, so.
Yeah.
The F-16 comes in, lands, butter. I mean, just absolute butter, and it's on a regular runway. And then an F-18 comes behind it and just smacks the ever-loving shit out of the. So I mean, you can say they're more skilled, but I think that given the same aircraft, an Air Force pilot could do the same thing that a naval aviator can. Y'all just know how to slap the shit out of a runway better.
Yeah. Okay. But in defense of
how to smack that ass, and we're very gentle about it.
Yes. Well, you're more finesse flyers. More finesse flyers. I'll give you that. I'll give you that, especially because the Air Force, they typically invest more into their aircraft because that's what they are. They're Air Force. I mean, no planes, you're not even a force.
I swear to God.
Yeah.
She flipped the whole fucking floor.
Oh. Somebody's in trouble. Anyways. Is that me?
I'm just waiting to hear first, middle, and last name.
Right. Somebody's gonna get it.
Someone getting yelled at.
But what I was gonna say though is with the way of the landing, they have to land that way because that's the only way to safely land the air. Believe it, I know it sounds horrible, but it's basically a control craft. But also too, and you were a crew chief. I was a plane captain. The guy was my old leading petty officer that I went to the movie with, and I used to inspect those planes. Like that was my favorite. I love that job. It never got old seeing those things take off and go vertical. Never got old, ever. Best memory working in an air show, being a plane enthusiast, walking around, seeing all the planes from all the different services and branches. But
my entire time in the Navy, I have a question for you. The entire time in the Navy, did anybody show you the football trick?
Who?
The football trick.
It's like the quarter trick, but with a football.
No.
Who, me?
You. You ever seen the football trick on an aircraft carrier?
No, I mean, I did 4 years and I got out, so I didn't retire. And I only went out to sea once.
The football trick is you have the ram that launches the planes.
Yeah, the catapult, the shuttle.
Right. So at the end of the shuttle, where the catapult stops, you set a football there, and you're heading into I think it's a 4 or 6 knot wind.
Oh, into the wind, and then the ball will actually come back and
literally come right back to almost where it landed, where it took off from. I've seen it once.
I haven't seen it. I've heard about it. I've heard about it now that you talk about it. I have heard about that.
When I was in the Navy, I bounced around a lot because of my job. I was in the Seabees, but I was on an aircraft carrier, and this guy was like, "Hey, you guys want to see something cool?" I was like, "Yeah, sure. First time on a boat. Let's check this out." And he took us up on deck, and I think it was like he contacted the whoever was driving and had him turn into the wind and shot this football. This thing had to go a country mile. Like literally, you lose sight of it. It gets hit so hard, and then he caught it.
That's crazy.
And it blew my mind. And one of the craziest, coolest things I've ever seen. And I've always wanted to replicate it. But I've never gotten a chance because I was only on the boat once. But yeah, that was the great thing about the Navy is you'd always see something. Somebody always had something cool to show you.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, that's the part that never got old. I mean, because
Well,
it was like
I mean-
every day was a challenge. Every day was a
Well, I
adventure.
also, anytime somebody would teach me something, I was willing to learn, which is why I ended up going to jump school and sniper school and everything else. And,
Mhm.
you know,
Nerd.
it's one of the reasons why I went into Buds was because they told me they were going to teach me how to blow stuff up. And I was like, I'm in.
Oh yeah.
And
Oh yeah. One of my any military movie, and that's the thing. Like we should, when we do our movie show, I think we should do like that could be one of the lines, like the best military movies and then the worst military movies, and then we can identify why this was horrible.
Right. But
Just a thought.
it comes down to the beauty of movies in general is it's the greatest escape from, like, if I'm having a shit day, a shit day, and I can put on a movie, certain movies, and be like, haha, for the next 2 hours I've forgotten about whatever the fuck I was pissed about. But
I hear it.
I want to show my kids. I want to show them Austin Powers, but I have to wait till a little bit older
So they understand it.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
But one of my favorite movies, like Kevin and I really get into parody movies. They crack me up. Hot Shots, one of the funniest things I've ever seen.
That was hilarious with Charlie Sheen.
Cracks me up.
Dude.
I loved Charlie Sheen back in the day.
Yeah, back when he was still wild, but we didn't know how wild he was.
Yeah, because the internet wasn't invented yet. But like you were just saying, the worst military movie ever made is the movie Navy SEALs. I mean, that movie is so inaccurate.
Navy SEALs, like where they're jumping off the
With
bridge.
Charlie Sheen? Yeah, he jumps off
Jumping off the bridge?
Do that. No, I know a lot of Navy SEAls. None of us would do that. We're not dumb.
Yeah, but y'all, I mean, you're the best of the best. I mean, I like that movie. I thought it was pretty good.
It's a good movie, but it's so accurate. It's seriously, it's hard to watch. Knowing something and seeing it done wrong is just.
I hate that shit.
Well, and then Connor, you're gonna agree with this, right? So, like you said, Top Gun. Top Gun's definitely one I want to show my kids. There's a couple other movies I want to show them. Goodfellas. That's one I want to show. I actually watched that yesterday. But I think the subject matter is a little too intense right now, so I'm waiting on that. But like, for example, talking about how fake stuff is, the part in Top Gun, the first one. Nick, have you seen the first one at all? Nick, have you seen the first one?
Yeah.
Top Gun, right? Yeah.
Okay, so
I've seen the
not ruining anything for you. Okay,
no
so
if you haven't seen Top Gun,
they're inverted.
Yeah. They would have taken off the vertical stabilizers in a heartbeat. That close, like that would have been air disaster.
Well,
like,
they even mention it in the movie. They even mention it that can't do a 4G inverted.
Well, that's not the problem. The problem is you got two up and down. They've got vertical stabilizers that go like this, and vertical stabilizer goes like this.
Right. It has to fit
right.
Split
the vertical stabilizers. When you go to air shows, like you see the Thunderbirds and the Blue Angels both do the same trick. They'll go and they'll fly just like that across. But instead of being
on top of each other, they're staggered.
On top of each other, they're staggered like that. But to the crowd, it looks like they're perfect.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Mind trick.
Yeah.
But,
right.
Yeah. No, that whole it is
Mind
a hilarious
trick,
bit though. It was,
yeah.
Foreign relations.
Yeah, it's foreign relations. Yeah.
Here's the thing. I was in the Navy for 4 years, and I know nothing about the planes because I'd never dealt with them. I was on the ground, in some.
Because you're a fucking nerd. That's okay.
We still love you, Jeff.
I was killing more people with cancer, but whatever,
I mean,
but it's
like I can relate with that because like I could tell you everything about the F-18 because I was a plane captain.
Yeah.
I had to inspect the thing. You can relate this because you were a crew chief on your bird. It's the same thing. Like you become partial to your bird.
Right.
The reason I got out, I actually transferred to a different plane. I went from the elite fighter plane of the Navy, which at the time was the F-18, to the E-2C Hawkeye, which is the one with the big dish on the top.
Yeah,
I fucked up. After that, I was like, I can't do this anymore. I probably would have stayed in if I would have stayed with my
things
bird.
Are huge, aren't they, Si?
They're very huge. They're very huge. But like going into the planes, working on the planes, working around the planes, I love that. Love that. But I don't understand. Like I can't go into what they call the Black Shoe Navy. And Connor, they have the Navy. They split it into two branches. Well, they call it two different branches. There's the Black Shoe Navy, and then there's the Brown Shoe Navy. The Brown Shoe Navy are the Airedales, the people that mess with the planes.
Mm-hmm.
Black Shoe Navy is everybody else, basically. So
so it's your.
Well, there's three different types of Navymen. You have seamen,
seamen, airmen, firemen, and then the Seabees. Seabees have their own.
Seabees are technically firemen.
Oh,
they're in fireman class. They're in fireman class because that's originally what I went in for was fireman. I was fireman first class, and then I went into buds training and everything went out the window. But it's one of those things.
Green stripes.
One of those things. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I had my nice whites and tans.
Yeah, but those whites, I hated those whites.
I hate.
And I'm third generation. See, Connor, I would have been disowned. Honestly, I would have been disowned if I went any other branch but the Navy because I'm third generation. But if my second choice would have been the Air Force, just to be fair.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Nobody likes the whites.
Fuck no. Those things are dirt magnets. As soon as you put it on, it's dirty.
Yeah.
As soon as you put it on.
I would constantly get in trouble for having my shit dirty.
Yeah, it's like as soon as you put it on, and you can keep it encased in plastic and sealed. Yeah.
I rocked the khakis all day. That didn't bother me.
Oh yeah, khakis or I didn't get that high. I only had dungarees, so we had like the blue jean. But working on the flight line.
Top Gun.
You said which one?
Iron in the comments we got.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's why we brought up Iron Eagle. He said Iron Eagle versus Top Gun.
Iron Eagle's not as realistic as Top Gun is.
It's very. I mean, you got to be. I mean, the fact that a 16-year-old kid is flying,
but the F-16 is a fly-by-wire jet versus the F-18, which is all those cables and wires and whatnot. So
fly-by-wire is
electronic system.
It's pretty fire.
But it's more sensitive though, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, the way so in the F-18, y'all have you've got your center stick. Yeah, you got your center stick.
F-16 is
F-16 has a side stick. The side
stick throttle on this side. Yep.
Y'all's moves left, right, forward, back, and 360. Mm-hmm. Ours doesn't move. It goes based off of input.
Twitch.
As soon as you put any sort of force forward or back, that's exactly how it goes. If you push really hard, it's not going to move, but the jet's going to go.
Well, see, like my uncle, he was in the Navy. He's an admiral, which is why I got away with a lot of shit. But
lucky you.
Yeah, well, I'm one of the only people in the Navy.
Always.
No, but I'm one of the only people in the Navy.
My dad's an admiral.
I knew that was going to come up. No, but I'm one of the only people in the Navy that got in trouble for water skiing next to an aircraft carrier.
Do you know who my uncle is?
Yeah.
How dare you pull me over?
No.
Right?
The best part.
Do you know who I am?
You know how
last name's Hawk.
You have the his last name's Barrett, so it didn't match up. I'm done. But you know how you have the
I can see you doing that shit.
I can so see him doing that. Like that. I'm totally visualizing him getting pulled over.
No.
Do you know why I stopped you? Do you know who I am?
No. You know what? I never pulled that card.
Here's my.
No. I never pulled that card. But
we're an admiral.
The day I got out of basic,
Uh,
my uncle was at graduation and he handed me a satellite phone. He says, "You ever need anything, I'm star one." So I'm on an aircraft carrier, and my buddy had bought water skis in Japan, and we decided it would be funny to weld a T-bar to the elevator and lower the elevator as low as it go, and then shimmy down the T-bar and hang on to it while being tied to it and water ski next to the aircraft carrier. And the captain of the boat screams out my name, and the boat within seconds stops. And he screamed, "I want you in my office." I went to my bunk, grabbed my sat phone, walked in the office with a case of Jack Daniels, and dialed star one. And got away with it. He literally, the phone rang twice. He looked at the bottle of Jack, looked at who the number was being called, and went, "Get out of my office." I will see you the rest of the time you're on boat.
That's crazy, yo.
Oh, it was dumb.
Shit.
Because, I mean, Sai, you've seen the size of an aircraft carrier. Did you ever?
I was on an aircraft carrier, so I know how big they are.
You ever do a jump off the side?
No, I never jumped off that side. I thought about it because I was losing my mind out there. Another reason why I got out. But yeah, I was like, I can't. Like after a while, because we were out to sea for like 4 months straight. So after a while, the water, like you just want to get off after a while. But it's massive. Like I couldn't imagine being on one of the smaller ships, like the support ships, or even like the crew, like the destroyers. And it's funny, like we're in rough water, and I just like you see the horizon going up and down like this, but you don't feel it. But like then I look at the small boys next to us, and they're doing this up and down in the damn water. I'm like, I would so get seasick.
If we didn't have ice cream yesterday, I was going to go get her ice cream.
So what? You said what about a hurricane?
Did you ever run into a hurricane?
No, because it's an aircraft carrier. We can't go through hurricanes because you got birds strapped to the ship. You can't mess them up. So we would steer away from rough weather.
No, Cat 3 came out of nowhere.
Really?
And the scariest thing I've ever been through was a Category 3 on an aircraft carrier, where I don't care who you were, you could not stand up. Scariest 30 minutes of my life as they're trying to get us the fuck out of range.
Yeah, because usually that's what they do. This
literally just came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Calm for the day, and then all of a sudden, pissing down rain, and the boat's going 10, 20 feet higher than 20 feet lower, and, water landing on the deck.
On an aircraft carrier.
Of a carrier. Now, as somebody who's been on a carrier, you know how big a carrier is. It's what, 30, 40 foot drop?
That's pretty fucking tall. That's pretty fucking tall. Yeah, I mean, just water I can't imagine water jumping up to the top of the. I mean, that's got to be a shitstorm, literally. It's a literal shitstorm.
It was pure panic for 35 to 40 minutes of them trying to get us out, and we weren't even close to the middle. We were just off to the side, and they, 30, 40 minutes of them heading the opposite direction. It was just hell.
Fuck that. You could not convince me to join the Navy. You couldn't have given me a big enough bonus.
It's an adventure.
Oh, yeah.
That's what they told us.
It's not a job. It's an adventure. Relax, exhale as it goes in.
Right?
Oh, my God.
Those are some of the best salespeople in the world, though. Recruiters. They will tell you anything, sell you on anything to get you to sign that dotted line.
Program. Hey, there's Mama Glick. I did the delayed entry program. So the last 6 months of high school, I was already in the Navy. Like I went to boot camp the summer before my senior year. And so my first year in the Navy, I was still in high school. And my job after school was go to the recruiting office and help out where I could. whether it be going to other high schools and I got taken out of school all the time to do it and all that stuff. It was great. But literally right after high school, I was on a flight the next day.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes, I signed up in summer, in spring, and I was gone in the summer.
But like I was able to.
They lied to me. They lied to me. Everything they lied to me. They lied. They told me, they made it sound like I was gonna be on like a 8-week vacation. They made it sound like I was gonna get to choose my duty, like my station and everything. They made it sound like a whole bunch of grandiose things, or maybe I just envisioned it wrong, or didn't read between the lines.
Yeah, but, you definitely have to read between the lines while you're.
Well, I mean, but you're 18. I was 18 when I signed up. I didn't know any better.
Yeah.
But
I went straight from high school graduation. I think I had 2 days after high school graduation, I was on a flight to Buds.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was
that's crazy. Yeah.
And then after Buds, I was in jump school, then sniper school.
God, high school graduation back in '79. Good Lord.
Oh my God. I wasn't even born yet.
What to say? Yeah, I'm probably the oldest one here. Yeah, I'm definitely the oldest one here.
You're like a year older than I am, aren't you?
No, dude, I'm pushing 50, dude.
How old are you?
I'm pushing 50.
Get the fuck out of here. Are you serious?
Yeah.
I turned
about
42.
3 years.
I turned 42.
About 3 years. No, 4 years. No, 3 years. It'll be 3 years because my birthday's coming up. So yeah.
So you're as old as Tony.
Yeah, I'm about 350. Yeah, it hurts me to even say that shit. Like,
you know,
I mean,
what? 40 snuck up on me like.
Oh yeah.
Punched me in the nuts, and I was like, "What the fuck is this?"
Oh yeah.
And Connor, I'm gonna give you some advice of an older person. I'm gonna explain something to you, and Cy will agree with me. Right around 35, 34, 35, 36, you'll wake up one morning and go, "Wow, I don't know."
It's bedtime for you.
You'll say what?
You will wake up in the morning. You'll wake up in the morning one day around 34, 35, 36, one day, and it's different for everybody. You'll wake up one morning and go, "Wow, I don't know fucking shit. I'm an idiot."
Yeah, haven't hit that one yet.
You will.
Good,
in your 20s, you think you know everything. And right around 34, 35, 36 in that area, you'll go, "Wow, I don't know half as what I think I do." And you kind of humble yourself instantly.
No, I'm pretty awesome. I'm super intelligent. I know most things.
Yeah, see?
I still tell my kids, "Dad, how do you know that?" I was like, "Because Dad knows everything."
Yeah, well, my kids think
because at where your kids are now, age-wise, you're their superhero. When they get to like the teenager years, like where I'm at now, like my kids are clowning on me. Like they're talking about like because I'm starting like with my knee and shit, right? My left knee is starting to like it's like sore and stuff sometimes, like especially coming upstairs or something hits it, like collides with it. Then I'm like, and then like my kids are clowning me talking about, yeah, your knee's like prehistoric. Yeah, that was my youngest. She's like, your knee is prehistoric. It's a
Chris is out at the bar.
It's an artifact.
Chris is out at the bar drinking, and I needed to do the show tonight. So you blame Chris on that one, Scott. I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm.
Scott is Chris and Nick's dad. So
yeah,
and Joanne is stepmom. So
the stepmom.
Or mom, but
okay.
We call her Mama Glick and Papa Glick. They're
okay.
Been a stable show since the beginning. They've supported us the whole way. It's like whatever, you know. But it's one of those things. We're gonna get wrapping up here a little bit, but it inside. I know you agree with me. One of these days, Connor, you'll wake up, and like I said, it usually happens about 35, 34, 36, right in that area. You'll wake up and go, "Yeah, I'm a fucking idiot."
Yeah, see, I haven't hit that
Oh
yet.
no,
So
see, I can't agree with that because I just turned 40 last month, and I still know everything. Like when I hit 34, 35,
Well,
36.
maybe you're just a late bloomer then, Nick. I'm just saying. Because one day we all wake up.
I don't look
we all
like
wake
I'm
up
40
in the
at
morning
all.
and we instantly humble ourselves, going, "I'm a fucking idiot."
When
we know you are, Jeff. I just don't think it'll ever happen.
I've known I've been an idiot.
I mean, honestly, like I'm the type of person that if there's something I don't know, and if I'm interested in learning about it,
right,
I'm going to learn about it, and I'm going to humble myself to know. I don't understand anything about that, but I'm going to go ahead and study it.
But like common sense stuff, everything. And then when you hit 34, 35, 36, you start to lose all of that shit that you used to know. So to
No. What I'm saying is,
hold on. Let me take my hold on one second.
Nick's bringing in the team.
My
wife. Went, who the hell? And then here
goes. No, but when it comes down to it, is like in your 20s, and I'll explain it again so your wife can hear Nick. In your 20s, you have this mindset where you're like, I know everything. You can't tell me wrong. My choices are out. Yeah, well, you're a Glick. We let that go, Scott. I'm just
See, no, he's just tracking all.
That's right.
What I'm saying is like in your 20s, you feel like your decisions are always correct.
Yeah, I'm fucking Jesus.
Yeah, and then right around your 30s, mid 30s, you go, maybe I should actually think about what I do before I do.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. Because when I was like in my 20s, like, oh hell yeah. I agree. 100%.
See?
I was 12 at 20.
Joe, aren't you
that
like
is
106?
No, I hang with Scott on this.
Okay, I see.
But you're also in your 20s, Connor.
It's not going away. It's not going away. It's not going away.
But it will. It will, because you know what? For me to sit there,
you replace him with the other one.
For me to talk about my 20s, to me, is 20 years ago.
Said hell, that was 12, not.
Oh yeah, that's a whole half a lifetime ago.
That right? But see, that's how fast it goes. Like it's just yesterday. I remember when I went to boot camp. I remember what I was wearing. I remember how I felt. I remember the first time they're yelling at me, talking about get the fuck out of your rack, banging on the trash cans and shit. I remember that. Like it was yesterday.
I've done that shit.
I remember holding my oldest, and she's as old as your daughter was now, with that you were holding right now.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that. She's 15 right now.
Yeah.
In the other room.
I don't even want to think that.
With her boyfriend.
I was real stupid for staying in the military and switching rations and voluntarily going back to basic training. What an idiot! Now that was just dumb. I didn't know when I did that. That was dumb.
Yeah, exactly.
That
if you
was
were 30,
dumb.
If you were mid-30s, you go, no, this is a dumb idea.
Oh yeah, I hate myself for it right now.
Yeah,
hate myself.
But yeah, it's one of those things. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and wrap on up. We're gonna do our best. This is a great show.
Thanks for having me.
Well, hold on, don't go away. You got to stay to the end of the song because we got to do our sign-offs. But
you're gonna coach me up on that, right?
Yeah,
I'll get coached up on that.
It's just a a signature sign-off, like a
signature sign-off.
Signature.
Yeah,
a signature.
I gotta find.
Connor's busting out the guitar too.
No, this is what I do during breaks.
Oh, yeah. Smart.
I cannot find our song. It's probably at the top. Christopher, I'm gonna punch him. There it is. Okay. So this is thanks everybody for listening. Thanks everybody for watching. We're still live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch. You can find us on Spotify. You can find us everywhere you find podcasts. You can email us at nonsensicalnonsensepodcast@gmail.com. We even have a merch store on Teespring under Nonsensical Nonsense. But yeah, check us out. Twitter, Twitch, everywhere you find your social medias. And this is Blacktop Mojo with one of my favorite of their songs, Wicked Woman.
Sir, can I help you?
Do you have any weapons of any kind? Anything to defend yourself?
Sir, this is a Speedy Mart. We have hot dogs 2 for $1. I just put them on the roller yesterday. They're pretty good.
No, man, like something sharp, something like I can stab, defend myself with.
I've got some sharp cheddar combos over there. It's kind of like a Ritz cracker pregnant with a cheese baby.
Cheese baby.
All right. Well, let me just take one of these lighters, and I'm going to borrow your bug spray, and can I borrow your bathroom key as well?
Yeah, bathroom key. All right. I got your bathroom key right there. Make sure you bring that back. And that'll be $13.62. And I'm going to have exact change, sir. We're in a coin shortage.
Watch side. Watch this. Watch.
Whatever, man. Okay. There's that. No, I'm sorry.
Good Lord.
A motor in the sky. Take this sacrifice. I wanna live forever. And now, the spirit in the earth. Give me a new birth. Make me a god like you.
Oh shit, Chuck!
Oh shit, Chuck!
That's Black Top Mojo with Wicked Woman. Thanks, everybody, for listening. I am Jeff here at Nonsensical Nonsense. The normal guys are not here today, and they would normally give their sign-offs. So I'm going to go ahead and do that for them. Tony would say, well, the had you, well, the made you, well, the fuck you. Of course, Chris would say that if you can't be good at it. Si, what do you got to say to the people for your sign-off?
Bye.
Sorry, I know you're really unprepared for that. Connor, you got something to say?
Deuces, I don't know.
Y'all be good. Stay classy. If you ever want to try something fun, try quarter.
Nice. Nick, people say goodbye. You got to do actually speak. Well, as I always say, deuces! And I'm going to hit the button here. So let's.
Deuces!